weren't able to sit on it. They did get a point, which is encouraging, so it wasn't all lost. But what did you just make of that game, and just how do the Hawks try to build from the momentum to 2-0-1 over their last three games?
Yeah, great question. There's going to be ups and downs, especially with the young team. And when you look at the Blackhawks, they are a young team, and there's going to be ebbs and flows. And the biggest thing to remember, and I can remember playing 82 games. It's a haul. It's a marathon. Don't get too high with the wins. Don't get too low with the losses. And I think for the most part, they have done that. So I don't think they were riding too high from that huge victory in St. Louis. I mean, that was a spanking. They came home. You mentioned they had a 2-0 lead. They really, were playing a great hockey game. It just turned with a bad call. And, sometimes that can upset a younger team. I don't know if that was necessarily the reason why they lost the hockey game, but, those things happen. It's a long season.
The big storyline in that game was the controversial goaltender interference call that didn't go Chicago's way. Tyler Bertuzzi thought he scored his second goal of the game to put Chicago up 3-2. It gets waved off. It was the Hawks challenge. It was a lengthy review. Even during the TV timeout, they were looking at it. And so it was like, it went 4 minutes of the officials trying to get it right. Was that one of those calls that whatever the original call on the ice was, so if they would have called it good goal, they probably would have just defaulted to that. And it's unfortunate because it feels like Chicago was confident enough to challenge it that late in the game. And obviously we know with the rule change a few years ago that if you lose a challenge, you got to go on the penalty kill. Right. So that late in the game, credit to the Hawks for killing it. But how unfortunate was that Chicago, it didn't go their way?
Well, I think you hit it on the head. I think it's, the league doesn't want to make their officials look bad. And the guy with maybe the best angle was the referee down on the ice. And he was pretty emphatic that there was no goal. So now you have to have video proof that it was not goaltender interference. I wasn't watching the game super closely, but the most definitive angle I saw was actually from overhead. And it looked as if Bertuzzi saw a loose puck, and that's why he was jabbing for it. So if that was the case, if it was a loose puck, he jabs it in. It should be a good goal. Unfortunately, from none of the replays I saw, I did not see a loose puck.
Yeah, and it's got to be one of those things, too, where if you're a forward, you see a loose puck, and you want to play till the whistle. But if you're a defenseman and that's your goaltender, you're looking at the ref saying, hey, that puck is under our goalie's pad. Yeah. It should be a dead puck, right?
Yeah.
So it's
because if you don't draw the line there, what's going to happen is guys are just going to be bulldozing goalies into the net. And I've seen that happen before too. So first and foremost, you're trying to protect the netminder. I don't think, he certainly wasn't in danger on that play. I think Bert saw a loose puck and he just did instinctively what most forwards would do, and that would be jab at it.
So Hawks we just got the roster report. So the Hawks are indeed going to go with 11-7. Sam Lafferty is going to be the scratch. Unfortunately for the Blackhawks, they're without two key pieces in Jason Dickinson, who is their checking line center. Nick Foligno remains out as he tends to a personal matter. So this is going to be a rare game, Steve, where both teams are going with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen.
Yeah, it's kind of the new NHL, and it gives coaches an opportunity to double shift somebody up front who's maybe having a good game. Or, I can remember back when Joel Quenneville used to do it here. It was Patrick Kane. Yeah. And Patrick Sharp would get, double duty on that fourth line whenever they came up, and they'd fill in as right wingers or left wingers. So, you'll see it. I hated it as a player, especially as a defenseman, because you're going to sit a little bit more. But both teams were doing it, so I guess there's no advantage to one side or the other. I do notice, though, Landon Slager draws back into the lineup and had an opportunity to talk to his dad, Andy, just a couple of days ago. I was down in South Bend. Notre Dame was playing St. Lawrence, and I bumped into Andy. He's actually still coaching there. October 31st, he changes duties. He's going to be working for an NHL team. I'm not going to spill the beans. Well, maybe
I heard it's a very good one.
Yes. They have a 2-year window. Yeah. They've been given a 2-year window by their star player. That's the team he's going to work for. But anyway, he said, and we all kind of knew, I don't think Jeff Blashill wants to change the lineup when they're winning. And he probably could have played in that game against Vancouver. But, they just come off a big win. You don't want to change the lineup, so you stick with the same guys. But he draws in, and I think watch for high energy from Landon Slager.
One of my favorite quotes about how to describe a guy like Landon Slager, I think Jeff Blashill said earlier in training camp, he's like a dog on a bone. It's like that's exactly that's the style of play that Landon Slager brings. And I think without Dickinson, without Foligno, to have Slaggert in there to slide into that third line role to be a checker, I think is going to be important for the Blackhawks, because that third line has been really, really consistent for them, especially over the last 3-4 games. And so for him to slide in there relatively seamlessly, I think will be big for Chicago.
Well, and he brings speed too. And that's the other thing. Dickinson, when he's in the lineup, you just notice the team a little faster up front. I think Landon Slaggert has that type of speed. So, yeah, dog and a bone, I like that. Rottweiler on a piece of meat, whatever you want to say. He brings it, and he should have a good one here tonight.
All right. The Blackhawks and Anaheim Ducks are going to get underway in about 10 or so minutes. That was Steve Conroy. He's going to have the call coming up with John Weideman. That's going to do it for the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show. John and Steve have the call coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago.
WGN. Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. You know, I played in the era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is a light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Who would have thought that finding a Medicare partner you can trust could feel this good? Partnering with HealthSpring means you get Medicare Advantage plans with the benefits you need. Get up to $2,100 back in your Social Security check each year. Want dental, vision, and hearing services? Of course. HealthSpring Medicare Advantage plans mean financial peace of mind and freedom to enjoy life your way. Connect with a local licensed insurance agent for HealthSpring. It'll put a spring in your step. Visit healthspringmedicare.com/radio. That's healthspringmedicare.com/radio. Benefit options vary by plan and service area. You must reside in the plan service area. HealthSpring will reduce your monthly Part B premium based on the plan's specific benefit amount. HealthSpring products and services are provided exclusively by or through operating subsidiaries of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. KCT Credit Union, now a division of Consumers Credit Union. Visit kctcu.org. Federally insured by the NCUA.
In LaGrange Park, business success grows from strong community roots. A diverse mix of independent shops, restaurants, antique stores, and even a local brewery bring energy to the village, where owners know their customers and neighbors support local growth. With incentives that assist with property improvements, build-outs, and expansion, small businesses thrive in a welcoming, family-friendly environment. It's a place where tradition meets progress and where every business feels at home. Visit LaGrangePark.org today. LaGrange Park, where business feels like home. Tune into House Smarts Radio every Saturday morning after 9:45 for Lou's Last Call, sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. For more info, visit getacomfyhome.com.
100 years.
This is just fantastic.
One city. One team.
Go Blackhawks!
The kids.
Nazar on a breakaway down the slot. Shoots, he scores! With a shot, he scores! Where he scores!
They can play.
Yes, they can.
An original Six tradition that rattles the rafters with Chicago pride.
Where you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. From the anthem to the final horn. It's time for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. With the call of the game, here's John Weideman and Steve Conroy.
The Chicago Blackhawks will host a West Coast opponent tonight and welcome back an old friend in the process as the Anaheim Ducks invade the United Center led by a man affectionately known as Coach Q. The Joel Quenneville-led Ducks are certain to be a handful for the Blackhawks tonight as two youth-laden teams battle it out for 2 important points early in the season. Hi again, everyone. John Whiteman along with Steve Conroy and Charlie Remeliotis. Happy to have you along. We're here at the United Center where tonight the Blackhawks and the Anaheim Ducks will get together and play some hockey. 2 young teams, Steve. You got to love the youth, the exuberance of youth anyway. So I'm thinking that in this game we're going to see a lot of speed. We'll see some sandpaper, some mistakes for sure, but nonetheless a very entertaining hockey game.
John, this is the new NHL, and we're talking about skill and skating and, for these 2 teams' size, too. We've got some big boys out there who can move,
right.
But they're puck possession teams, and that's what I love. It's not dump and chase. It's not put it in there and try to get it back. It's let's possess the puck, make them take it away from us. And as a result, you're going to see some, maybe some back and forth hockey, some end-to-end rushes. And that's what we love to see.
And one of the things I'm going to be watching specifically tonight here, Steve, is the battle, the battle, for lack of a better expression, between the first pick in the 2024 draft, or 2023 draft, and the second pick in the 2023 draft. I'm talking about, of course, Connor Bedard and Leo Carlsson, who's now ascended into the top spot among the scorers on the Anaheim Duck team.
Yeah, you'll always get that. The top 2 picks from that 23 draft, there's going to be competition, especially for Leo Carlsson. But I just looked at the numbers. Boy, Connor Bedard, in the 6 games he has played against Anaheim, got 11 points. Yeah. That's almost 2 points per game. So he is winning that battle right now. But Leo Carlsson, boy, 6'3", well over 200 pounds. He can move, he can shoot, he can skate. He's got a high hockey IQ too. So 2 of the best young players in the NHL today.
Now we know Coach Q for liking young players, but he also likes his veterans as well. And the Anaheim Ducks have got several veterans on that team, led by their captain, Radko Gudas, but they've also got Jacob Trouba. They've also got Chris Kreider and Alex Killorn. So plenty of leadership, let's say veteran leadership in that dressing room. That's going to make the challenge even juicier for the Blackhawks.
Well, especially they've got a number, when you talk about Anaheim, they've got a number of kids who are 20, 21, 22 years of age. Not a lot of NHL experience. You want those guys to lean on. And they're quality individuals, whether you're talking about a Chris Kreider or Radko Gudas. Even a guy like Killorn they brought in from Tampa Bay. These guys have not only NHL experience, but Stanley Cup experience too. So it's important for the youngsters to learn the right way, and those are the guys who will teach them the right way.
All right, before the foghorn sounds with the teams coming onto the ice, we're going to get to some sponsored items, starting with Who's Going to Deliver, sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. Here comes the horn. Told you. I am picking Ryan Donato, who is trending. Ryan Donato had a goal down in St. Louis to get off the schneid. He had a goal in the last game against Vancouver. He had been shooting the puck more. He seems to be going to the areas where goals can be scored. So I'm going with Ryan Donato here tonight.
Go ahead.
Keys for tonight's game, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Take it away, Steve.
Yeah, well, I'm going to steal a saying from Coach Blashill, check for offense. We talked about the skill of this Anaheim Ducks team. They are highly skilled, but you want to make sure you're separating man from the puck. You can do that. You can get breaks going the other way. Find rebounds on Dostal. And they've got to find your netminder, the check netminder, Dostal. His numbers aren't great this year, .886 save percentage. And I've noticed in some of his games, he's giving up some bad rebounds. If the Blackhawks are smarter on the front of the net, they can jump on those rebounds, maybe put them in the net. And then finally, don't trade chances. Both high-skilled teams out here. You don't want to get into track meet. You don't want to end-to-end rushes all night long. So make sure you're playing solid defensively and varying your chances.
Yeah, going back to Dostal 1-2-0, and I would say, I don't want to call it an inflated goals against, but it's above 3, and I know all NHL goaltenders like it south of that number 3 mark.
Absolutely, and last year his save percentage was over 900, so for him to be in this situation, kind of uncharted territory for him.
All right, Steve, who are you banking on? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank, celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking. Who do you like?
I'm going to go with the new guy in the lineup, Landon Slaggert.
All right.
talked to his dad yesterday, and I know he's just revved and juiced and can't wait to start this season. So Landon Slaggert will have a good one.
All right, I like it. Well, the stage has been set. The teams have lined up on their respective blue lines, and that means we'll have hockey momentarily. But before we do, tonight's presentation of our national anthem is proudly sponsored by Another Plumbing Company, a proud partner of Plumbers 911 for the anthems, as we always do. We go down to ice level and join the best in the business, Mr. Jim Corneliuson, along with some very special friends from the military. Hawks fans, please enjoy our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on a rampart we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ring down, the bombs bursting in air, keep through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sailors and star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of our free and the home of
Yes, another rendition of our Star-Spangled Banner from the unquestioned best in the business, Mr. Jim Corneliuson. Let's get to the starting lineups. In goal for the Anaheim Ducks is Lukáš Dostal in his career against the Blackhawks. He's 2-3-0 with one shutout. At defense for Anaheim, Radko Gudas and Jackson Lacombe. Up front from left to right, Alex Killorn will start at left wing. Centering the Ducks opening line, Leo Carlson. Starting at the right wing is Chris Kreider. For the Blackhawks, it's going to be Spencer Knight in goal. He's 3-0-0 with two shutouts in his career against the Anaheim Ducks. And at defense are going to be Sam Rinzel and Alex Vlasic. Up front from left to right, Andre Burakovsky starts at the left wing. Centering the Hawks opening line, Connor Bedard. And starting at the right wing, Tyler Bertuzzi. Referees this evening are TJ Luxmore and Frederick Lecuyer. Handling the lines are Kyle Flemington and Jesse Marquis. First of three meetings between the Blackhawks and the Ducks set to begin. Down to center ice we go. The two kids that were drafted 1 and 2 in the 2023 draft face off. The drop of the puck, and the Blackhawks kid wins the draw, but he shot the puck over front of the benches. The Ducks got control. Now the Hawks get control. Sam Rinzel, Hawk blue line. Head to Burakovsky, front of the benches at center ice. Then quick pass over to Vlasic. Head to Bertuzzi over the Duck line on the left wing. He tosses it down between the circles. Gudas gloves it to his stick, dropped it down. It was knocked to the far corner. Connor Bedard centered the puck. It's through the crease, and Bertuzzi, all he can do is shove it back in behind the net to Bedard. Now Bedard near the right point, leaving the puck for Burakovsky. He'll backhand it down to Bertuzzi in the right wing corner. Fed to slot Burakovsky, and he snaps one toward the net. It deflects wide. Loose puck to the near boards. Gudas has the puck for the Ducks. The ninth captain in Ducks history will pass it ahead. Here's Alex Killorn to center ice. Played against the Hawks in 2015 Stanley Cup final for Tampa. He dumps the puck down behind the Hawk net. Sam Rinzel shot it up the near side. Taken away by one of the newcomers to the Duck lineup, Beckett Seneca. We'll touch on him in just a minute. Seneca with the puck in the right wing corner. Fed it through the goal crease. It bounces out. And a point-blank shot from Mason McTavish from the slot. Turned wide by Spencer Knight. Then from the line, Olin Zellweger, a long shot, and a glove save made by Spencer Knight. Whistle stopping play. No score.
John, two really good saves to start this game by Spencer Knight. I like the start from the Blackhawks, though. That number one line, Connor Bedard got the puck deep and had the cycle going. no great scoring chances, but a couple of shots there. Mason McTavish with the first one, then the other one from long range. Great job by Spencer. We said that all year long, but just knows when to get those whistles and when to kill the play, and that's exactly what he did on that.
Face off to the right of Knight. Nazar facing off for the Hawks. Frank Nazar against Mason McTavish. The drop of the puck, and Nazar wins it to the corner. Then McTavish came over to give him a little extra with a check, but Nazar kind of shrugs it off. Here's Nazar now taking a pass down the right wing into the corner in the duck end. He is hit by Pavel Minchikov. Minchikov to the puck along the left wing boards. Had it swatted away by the Hawks' Teuvo Teravainen. Puck goes behind the net. Taken away by Drew Hellison of the Ducks. Moving it down ice into the Hawks zone. Here's Seneca on the right wing corner. Had a stick lifted by Wyatt Kaiser, who took the puck away. And now Kaiser captures a loose puck in the goal crease. Spins it up the right side. Teravainen. Now Ilya Mikheyev down the right wing into the Duck zone. Turning in the corner. Fed it back to the left point. Off the stick of Matt Grzelcyk, but he got it back. And he'll fling it down in behind the Duck net. Puck rides around up the far side, and Frank Vetrano will stick it to center ice. Hawks get it back again. Grzelcyk dumping the puck off the left corner board. In behind the Duck net into the far corner. Jackson Lacombe there. An Eden Prairie, Minnesota native. He coughed up the puck. The Hawks get it. Connor Murphy from the right point to Grzelcyk. Left circle. Closes in. He'll fire. This goes wide, and the puck rides around the boards out to center ice in front of the benches. Connor Murphy there. Quick lead pass. Ryan Donato over the Duck line left wing. Firing a shot. It looked like Dostal got a piece of that with a stick, knocking it around the glass to center ice. Hawks regroup again. This time Alex Vlasic dumping the puck down the left side glass, in behind the Duck net. And Radko Gudas moves it over on the right wing to Lacombe. He shot the puck across the rink for Sam Colangelo, but it eludes him. And big Louis Crevier will move it out at the left wing side. Landon Slaggert at center ice on the left wing. Deflects the puck down behind the Duck net with a skate, then picks it up in the left wing corner. To Vlasic left point. He fires, redirected on goal by Lucas Reichel. Turned out of there by Dostal.
It was a nice pass back to the point by Slaggert. He banked it off the boards to Vlasic. Vlasic, the wrist shot on net. And yes, the redirection. Good stop by Dostal.
Now here's Louis Crevier, loose puck in front of the benches. He's hit as he dumps it down the boards into the Duck end, but so much force on that, it came all the way around and out to center ice. And now Bedard steals the puck, but he runs into Jacob Trouba of the Ducks and lost the puck. Trouba got it back, passing up the left wing. Penalty coming up here to the Hawks as Chris Kreider was upset. Tripping call should be made here. Whistle stopping play, 16:21 left in period number one. It's actually going to be a slash, and the Ducks are going to get a power play here.
Yeah, on Burakovsky. And that's what happens when you're standing still. And Burakovsky kind of stationary when Kreider was going around him.
Penalty number 28, 2-minute minor, slashing.
And as you mentioned, John, that's a slash. And you get your feet planted and a guy makes a move. Chances are when you're reaching, you're going to get some kind of a stick infraction, and slashing was the penalty. So Anaheim, first power play on the night.
Penalty at 3:39 of period number one. Ducks power play so far has been pretty good. They're sixth overall, 4 for 15 for about just under 27%. Face off to the right, Spencer Knight. Alex Vlasic got it, drove it behind the net, around up the left wing side, over the stick of Troy Terry and down. Hawks check in 15th overall, killing penalties. They killed off 18 to 28 for just under 82%. Ducks on the attack, coming up ice. This is Terry into the Hawk zone, hands it off down the slot, and then a pass across for Terry. That's into his skates and wide. And then Carlson took it back in behind the net. Out to Kreider, left point, to Lacombe, right point. Put it down to the right half boards. Mikhail Granlund there. Leaving it in the corner, Chris Kreider, ex of the New York Rangers. He is the all-time leader in New York Rangers history in power play goals. He moves it to Granlund near the right point. The pass skips off his stick blade and down ice into the Anaheim zone. Hawks will take advantage and change up their penalty killer.
What an excellent opportunity. A 2-on-1 on the power play, and it was Leo Carlson dishing it to Terry, just a little bit behind him, wide open net.
Terry into the Hawk zone to Granlund along the right sideboard, beside the circle. Put it to the right wing corner. Carlson fed the puck in front into the skates of Crevier. He then recovers the puck and fires it off the right side glass and down. 50 seconds left on the Anaheim power play.
You mentioned Joel Quenneville. Jay Woodcroft, a new face behind the bench, too. He's got a lot to say in what this power play does. Of course, Jay Woodcroft, one-time coach of the Edmonton Oilers.
Seneca into the Hawk zone down the right wing to the circle, firing a shot. Stick save made by Knight. Loose puck behind the net. Crevier pokes it around, but not out. Owen Zellweger at the left point. Spin it down behind the Hawk net. This comes free now to Kaiser. He pulls out the 6-iron and lifts the puck out to center ice. Mason McTavish back into the Hawk zone with 19 on the power play. Fed it across. Picked up by McCabe. Short-handed breakaway over the duck line. Down the slot. Shoots on a pad save made by Dostal. 10 seconds left on the Duck power play. Zellweger passing up ice. Cutter Gauthier into the Hawk zone. Back to Zellweger at the line. To Killorn, top of the right circle. Leaving it for Gauthier to Zellweger. Long shot blocked. Follow-up shot by Zellweger. Turn wide with a stick save by Spencer Knight as the Hawks have come to full strength. Here's Ilya Mikheyev slapping the puck back into the Hawk zone to Grzelcyk. Over to Murphy, then across the rink on the left wing side to Bedard. He lost the puck into the Duck zone. Newcomer to the Duck lineup, Ian Moore pokes the puck to center ice. Harvard product. Ends up down ice in behind the Hawk net. Ryan Paling of the Ducks tried to get to it, but the Hawks take it away. Artyom Levshunov got it ahead Bertuzzi to Bedard. Now to the slot, Burakovsky shoots. Glove save is made by Lukas Dostal. That's a fantastic save. No score, 13:43 left in period number 1. Before we take a break, Steve has this.
Yeah, Blackhawks are back to full strength, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics, on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
All right, no score. Back after this. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful Blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Imagine being 3 months pregnant and finding out you have cancer. I'm Robin, and that was my reality. But I trusted my team at Northwestern Medicine. My oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician, who collaborated to come up with the safest chemotherapy plan. So I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Anchored by Northwestern Memorial Hospital, nationally ranked for obstetrics and gynecology, cancer, and orthopedics by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team worked together closely, focusing not only on making Robin better, but on bringing her baby into the world safely. After months of treatments, they performed a C-section, then cancer removal on the same day.
Now there are 2 things we celebrate on Sophia's birthday: her life and mine.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Andre Burakovsky. Game on. It's time for Blackhawks hockey.
Well, tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yuengling. Crisp, refreshing, only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer.
It's good stuff. Glad to have you along. John Whiteman along with Steve Conroy and Charlie Remiliotis here at the United Center, where the Hawks and the Ducks engage for the first of 3 meetings. From the draw, the Hawks control. Sam Rinzel, a long shot from the right point. That's into the breadbasket of Dostal, and they'll glove the puck and hold it face-off circle to his left.
John, how about the speed of Mikheyev on the penalty kill? And I'm not too sure what Mason McTavish was thinking, trying to make a pass across that offensive blue line, but Mikheyev picked it up, and then he pulled away from McTavish. Nice little save there by Dostal, one-on-one.
I think he's getting so good at that, Steve, that other coaches are incorporating that aspect into their pre-scout of opponents. I mean, he's had so many shorthanded breakaways, to my recollection, since joining the Hawks. He's become a real weapon. Now Bedard, from a foot above the goal line toward the left wing corner, fires a shot that I believe hit Dostal in the headgear. They continue to play as the Ducks come into the Hawk zone. Rinzel in the near corner takes a hit, but put the puck up the boards. Burakovsky to Grzelcyk at center ice. Leads a 3-on-2 rush over the Duck line. Gave it to Bedard. He'll fire from the right circle, and that goes wide. And the puck rims around the boards and back down ice into the Hawk zone. Ducks get a line change. Here's Big Louis Crevier back of the Hawk net. Passing on the left wing side to Alex Vlasic. Head to Colton Dock to the Duck blue line. Tried to enter the zone. Lost the puck in the skates of Radko Gudas. Taken away by Ryan Donato. He'll fling it down into the Duck zone. Round to the far corner it goes, and it's shot back around by Ian Moore. Out to center ice, Ryan Green of the Hawks took it back. Drops the puck back into the Hawk zone. Alex Vlasic missing on a pass up ice there for Colton Dock. This goes down, icing the call against the Hawks. No score in the game. 12:28 left in period one.
Nice stick by Ryan Donato, just in the neutral ice area. And he wasn't really facing the puck, but he realized, he sensed the puck was behind him, just kind of stuck his stick back there and broke up the play. And that's something the Blackhawks have done a really good job of reading the neutral ice area, knowing when to take away the passing lane, knowing when to step up. And as a result, they get plays going the other direction.
And here's Ryan Green to face off with Carlson, who wins the draw. Jacob Trouba firing a shot from the deep slot, and that bounces just wide of the Hawk net. In the far corner, Donato pokes the puck up the right side boards to Ryan Green. Couldn't win a puck battle there from Kreider, but Donato took it back, swept it across the rink to Crevier. He'll stick it off the high glass and down. This is going to, the linesman on the near side is going to say this hit a Duck player's stick. So no icing call. There's Seneca at center ice from the penalty boxes. Battling with the Hawks, Wyatt Kaiser. That gets Seneca, a top draft pick in 2024 of the Ducks, third overall. Played his junior hockey where Steve did, the Oshawa Generals, and did very well. Inside the Hawk zone, a shot from the far corner by Carlson. Actually, like Cutter Gauthier, turned out with a stick save made by Spencer Knight. Landon Slaggert along the far boards. He is hit there by Gauthier, but spins the puck out to center ice, and now we get a whistle as the puck is misplayed at the Hawk blue line by the Ducks, and offside is the call. No score in the game.
Really nice hit by Artem Levshunov there. After the turnover by Connor Bedard, I believe it was Seneca who intercepted that pass, and Levshunov just stepping up. A real big hit, shoulder right into the midsection, and that's what you want to see from your big stud defenseman. I mean, we know his offense, but he's also a big body, and he can make guys pay the price.
Well, the draw just outside the Hawk blue line. Frank Nazar's been tossed off the dot. It's going to be Teuvo Teravainen facing off with Mikael Granlund. And Teravainen wins this draw. Here's a pass now from Grzelcyk ahead to center ice. Ilya Mikheyev over the center ice circle. Back to Grzelcyk, Hawk zone. Passing it ahead, Frank Nazar over the Duck line left wing. To Teravainen down the left wing boards. Put it over to Murphy. He'll fire from the right wing boards. And a stick save made by Dostal. Puck taken away behind the Duck net. Teravainen was tripped. Penalty called here against the Ducks, and the Hawks are going to the Sitco power play for the first time tonight. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Sitco. Download the app now to start saving. Here's why.
Number 64, Anaheim's got a minor for tripping.
That's Michael Granlund, and a stick infraction where he turned the puck over, and he'll do that sometimes. Just try to reach back for the puck after it gets stripped, and he actually stuck his leg out too. So got the trip with the stick, trip with his foot, and as a result, the Blackhawks with the man advantage.
And the draw. Oh, Nazar had won the draw, but he reached back to get it, misplayed it onto the stick of Killorn. He'll move it ahead to Carlson into the Hawk zone to the left circle, and he made a difficult pass, ends up to the near boards. Connor Bedard's got it there.
Got to watch Carlson out there killing penalties. He realizes, too, when forwards are back playing defense, and he will test you one-on-one.
Here's Bedard through center ice and over the Duck line. Gave the puck to Bertuzzi near the left point. Leaving it there for Rinzel. To Nazar, top of the right circle. Down to Teravainen beside the right circle. Then Teravainen in the right wing corner. Floats a pass to the deep slot. Rinzel, long wrist shot. That hit Nazar on the way through, standing between the circles. Nazar got the puck back. Bedard over to Teravainen, firing for the top of the right circle, deflected just wide by Tyler Bertuzzi. Nazar recovers, fed the puck back to the line, but this misses Rinzel and goes all the way down into the Hawk zone. Quick pass by Spencer Knight to the Duck line, left wing side to Bedard. He lost the puck to the corner. Radko Gudas takes it away for Anaheim and flings it down.
Smart play by Spencer Knight, just trying to catch that Anaheim team changing. They were, unfortunately, that pass just exploded off the stick of the forward, and they couldn't really gain control.
Here's Andre Burakovsky racing through center and over the Duck line. Drops it left point now to Colton Dock. Deep slot to Levshunov, back to Dock. Now but down beside the net, Ryan Green. Bank pass to the left point to Burakovsky. Burakovsky moving top of the left circle, gave it to Green. Feeds it up the slot, bounces to the line. Levshunov took it back to Burakovsky. Tried to send to the puck. Mason McTavish intercepts and clears it all the way down. 20 seconds left on the Hawk power play.
Shot by Anaheim penalty killers. They sense that The Blackhawks looking for the middle of the ice, especially in front of the net. They're taking that passing lane away. A couple times they've deflected those passes.
Lefshanoff snaps the puck down the right side boards, deep into the Duck zone left wing corner. Jacob Trouba had it, lost it. Ducks are now about to come to full strength and they're on the rush. Terry into the Hawk zone, top of the right circle, toe drag, put it in front, and Vetrano redirects it in on goal, and that's turned out of there by Spencer Knight, but the Ducks are at full strength. Here's Trouba crossing the Hawk line on the right wing. Fed the right circle, Granlund. He shoots off the pad of Spencer Knight, and the Hawks are back the other way, 2-on-1. Slaggert into the Duck zone, down the right wing, drops the shoulder, barrels to the net and fires, and he hit the side of the net.
Love that play by Landon Slaggert. The old chip and chase. He chipped it on the backhand. He got to it. Nice shot into Dostal.
Puck rolls free in the Duck zone, and it's carried out by Granlund to center ice to the Hawk blue line. Lucas Reichel strips it away, but Granlund took it back in the right wing corner. To Zellweger beside the right circle. Pushed off the puck in the right wing corner there by Vlasic and falls. But Ian Moore kept it in at the line. Leaving it there for Granlund. Back to Moore. Long shot from near the left point. Has knocked away with a blocker from Knight. Cutter Gauthier back in the net. Leaving the puck for Seneca. He got it to Lacombe. High slot. Long shot. Yeah, that's gobbled up by Spencer Knight with a butterfly save, and he'll hold the puck. We're down to 8:04 left in period number 1. Hawks and Ducks, still no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Alex Vlasic. You're listening to WGN Radio, the only place for Blackhawks hockey.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, with our biggest sale ever. Furnaces from $39 a month. Furnace and air conditioning combos from $59 a month. Plus 72 months interest-free financing and up to a $4,000 system rebate. Four Seasons guaranteed to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000 guaranteed. So call today for your free in-home estimate and same-day installation.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
Driving, it's just better in a Porsche. Find yours at the Porsche Exchange in Highland Park. Browse and test drive our extensive selection, like the 2025 Porsche Cayenne. And right now, lease the 2025 Macan for only $949 a month for 39 months. Discover performance like no other at the Porsche Exchange in Highland Park or PorscheExchange.com. 7,469 due at center. Excludes tax, title, license, and doctrine. No security deposit required. Expires 10/31/25.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
Well, just because the Blackhawks are on the road doesn't mean you have to watch at home. Join us on Thursday, October 23rd at the Barn on West Ogden Avenue for our second official watch party of the season, presented by Bud Light. Come enjoy music, beverages, and more as the Blackhawks take on the Tampa Bay Lightning at 6. Must be 21 plus with a valid ID to enter.
Yeah, even though we'll be down in Tampa, we'll be with you in spirit over at the Barn. They always have a great time. So take Steve's advice and get down there and join us. That'll be a good time. Inside the Duck zone along the far boards, Frank Nazar took the puck away. From the right wing corner, tried to center. He's shoved into the boards, but it comes back to McKayev, right circle. Drops it over, right wing corner. Teravainen floats it toward the net, ends up behind Nazar. Put it out to the line. Here's Murphy, high slot, firing a shot. That's blocked on the way through. Seneca picks up the puck along the left boards. Passes it ahead. Gauthier with a hawk line down the left wing. Spin and a behind-the-back pass out to the right point. Mason McTavish played it over the blue line back to center ice and then flings the puck off the left corner boards, Hawk zone, putting his team offside momentarily, but the Ducks cleared the zone and Connor Murphy got the puck. Head to Connor Bedard. Cross to Andre Burakovsky. Little hand off Bedard over the Duck line. Top of the left circle. Guns it in on goal. Chest save made by Dostal.
So good at that curl and drag and firing all in the same motion almost. And Connor Bedard using the defenseman as a bit of a screen. I don't think Dostal saw that until it hit him.
Like, I would say if half of the other players in the NHL try to do that, I mean, they've all got tremendous skill, but if half of them tried to do that, half of them couldn't do it. And Bedard just seems perfected that.
It's just the release. I mean, it just absolutely explodes off his stick.
Here's Bertuzzi into the Duck zone. Drop pass Burakovsky over to Bedard. Left circle. He fanned on a one-timer. Bertuzzi got the puck back, spun it around up the far sideboards. This is off the stick of Kreider to center ice, and Sam Renzel will drive it off the right sideboards and back in behind the Duck net. Ducks in a line change. Trouba leaves the puck there for Lacombe. Ahead to Troy Terry through center. In over the Hawk line. Oh, he got by a hip check, but then swinging his stick there was Levshunov, and he catches Terry in the side of the helmet. This is going to be an obvious high sticking call and a Duck power play.
Yeah, and if he's bleeding, it could be a double minor. So the official's checking with the player right now.
Number 55, Chicago, minor for roughing.
Minor's roughing. Could have very easily been a high stick. He gets beat cleanly, and as he turns around, the stick hits Terry basically in the face. Fortunately, he's wearing a shield, and as a result, no blood in the play, but he does pick up a penalty. And Connor Bedard, it's a skill, and John, you kind of touched on it, not just the shot, but using the defenseman as a screen, getting it between his legs.
Right.
And that's what really surprises netminders.
Well, the face-off circle to Spencer Knight's right. This is going to be the Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric face-off for all the right reasons. Call 866 Four Seasons. And the Hawks get control. Then Mikheyev lost the handle on the puck. McTavish from the left circle hands it off. And Alex Killorn fires a shot wide. Good play by Ryan Green along the near boards to a loose puck. And he'll slap it down ice into the Duck end. 1:45 on the Duck power play. Olin Zellweger carrying the puck to center ice. Hands it off to Beckett Seneca. Moving it ahead over the Hawk line. Killorn to the left wing corner. Back to Zellweger, left point closing in. He fires. That's blocked in the slot. Puck taken away by Mikheyev, and he'll clear it down.
The Blackhawks have done a really good job all year long blocking shots on the penalty kill, and that is so important. It's an art, and a lot of guys on the kill do it.
Seneca now to Cutter Gauthier over the Hawk line on the left wing. Drives it behind the net around the near side. Vlasic took the puck away. Clearing it ahead to Teravainen. He's at center ice now and just touches the puck down the left wing boards deep into the corner of the Duck end, and the Hawks will change up their penalty killers once again. 1 minute on the Duck power play. Troy Terry takes a handoff, Duck line. Through center, hands it off. Oh, and then Gauthier, actually Carlson, falls over one of the Hawks right at the Hawk blue line. That's Ilya Mikheyev. We get a whistle as the Ducks are ruled offside on this rush.
Oh, I like the anticipation there from Mikheyev, though. And that's what makes him such a great penalty killer is his anticipation. And he just jumped on the puck, got his stick on it, ends up knocking Leo Carlson off his feet. But as a result, everyone offside on the play. So great stand at the blue line there by Mikheyev.
It looked like he threw a body block. I mean, back in the day before the NFL made that an illegal block, guys used to dive at other guys' knees all the time to commit a block. That's what it looked like. Just see NFL films if you want a verification on that. Here, Granlund, top of the right circle, Hawk zone fires. It looked like Knight got a blocker on it, knocking it away. Jackson Lacombe, left point. Sweeps the puck down behind the net around to the right point. Granlund put it to the right wing corner. Leo Carlson to Granlund, moving into the right circle. Carlson, bottom of the right circle, tough angle shot. Turned out of there by Knight. The rebound is knocked away by Mikheyev in the near boards. 12 seconds in the Duck power play. Leo Carlson, top of the right circle. Tried to jam a pass through. Deflects into the right wing corner. Granlund's got it there. 5 seconds on the power play. Here's Granlund looking for an alley. A little soft toss in front. Picked off by Wyatt Kaiser. The Hawks are at full strength. And Levshunov out of the box. Takes a lead pass now from Louis Crevier, but decides to deflect it down off the glass and in behind the Duck net. Get off on a chain. Hawks 2 for 2 on the PK.
Anaheim with 12 shots now, John. I think 3, maybe 4 of those on that last power play. A couple of key saves by Spencer Knight.
Sam Colangelo into the Hawk zone, runs into Sam Renzel behind the Hawk net, but the Hawks get possession. And then Ryan Paling of the Ducks and Tyler Bertuzzi of the Hawks collide in the far corner. Hawks get the puck back. Bertuzzi at center ice. Slap pass across the rink, picked off by Colangelo of the Ducks. Hit by Renzel at the Hawk line before dumping it down behind the net. And Burakovsky to the puck. Moving it up the right side to Bertuzzi. Turning, gave it away right to Seneca. Seneca from the left circle. Backhands the puck in front. Goes all the way through to the near boards.
Seneca just slippery smooth. You know, he stole that puck, and instead of shooting it, which I thought he was going to do, tried to feed it to someone in front. Just missed on the connection.
He had 209 points in 3 years of junior hockey. in Oshawa. We get a whistle. The Hawks are offside at the Duck line. 2:58 to go in period number 1. Hawks and Ducks, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's going to love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Innovation DuPage is a community built around the needs of entrepreneurs, startups, and small businesses. Here's Lance Rock from Audit Master Pro.
What I love about Innovation DuPage is how they built a dynamic community of small business owners and entrepreneurs through meetups, collaborative workspaces, and a powerful accelerator program. Additionally, they have resources aligned with your business goals that will fast-track your leadership development, operational efficiency, and strategic growth. Join Innovation DuPage. You can move your business forward with confidence.
Visit innovationdupage.org today to help take your business to the next level.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Ryan Donato. Break's over. More Blackhawks hockey coming up.
Well, with that last kill, the Blackhawks are back to full strength, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics, on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
You know, we said coming into that first power play that the Ducks were 6th overall as far as power play is concerned. So far in the season, anyway, only 4 games. Not a huge body of work, but you know, you have to respect the numbers, I think, regardless of what time of year it is.
Yeah, they had a couple looks, a couple good blocks by the penalty killers, and I still think that, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 saves, but Spencer Knight was absolutely fantastic off of an original Leo Carlson shot.
Here's Mason McTavish to a loose puck in the Duck end, skating it up the left wing into the Hawk zone. He's given a bump by Landon Slaggert, but dumps the puck down behind the net. It's poked around to the near side. Drew Hellison of the Ducks spun it back around. McTavish far corner, coughed up the puck. Slaggert will skate it out the center ice, front of the benches. Touches the puck off the boards deep into the Duck zone. Donato and Hellison get there at the same time. Hellison kept it away, moved the puck around at the right side to Seneca at center ice. To Carlson over the Hawk line, then to Killorn left circle, firing a shot, deflected in behind the net. And once again, Landon Slaggert is there to get the puck. He's omnipresent. Leaves it now for Vlasic, poked it around, not out. Murphy got hold of the puck behind the net. Drove it back around, not out of the zone. Jacob Truber, right point. Moving down the boards, was met by Lucas Reichel, lost the puck. Ryan Donato can't clear it out. Reichel will push it over the blue line to center ice, and the Ducks will have to regroup. Here's Zellweger, front of the benches at center ice. Dumping the puck down the boards behind the Hawk net, off the stick of Knight. Murphy got hold of it, spun it around up the right wing side. Teravainen now to Colton Dock over the Duck line. Down the right wing from the corner. Backhands one on goal. Turned out by Dostal. And the Ducks come back up ice 3-on-2. And now doubling back is Dock in a back-checking mode. Disrupts the rush. Puck tossed out to center ice by Murphy. Taken back eventually by the Ducks Zellweger. And he'll backhand it down behind the net. The teams make line changes. Vlasic to the puck. Chased out. Moves it over to Murphy. Passing up the right side, Burakovsky in front of the Duck bench where he deflects it down to the inboards. Radko Gudas swept it up the far side. And now Lacombe will pick up the puck to Terry at center ice and over the Hawk line right point. Fed it over left circle. Granlund will fire. That's in and out of the glove of Knight. Lacombe to the puck along the left boards. To Frank Vetrano in the right wing corner. He passes back to the left point. Lacombe was late getting there, and the puck will slide down ice to the Duck line. We're under a minute to play in the first period. Hawks and Ducks, no score. Radko Gudas back in the Duck zone, passing over to Lacombe. He snapped the pass up the left wing for Vetrano. It's over, stick and down. Spencer Knight has lost his goal stick into the near corner, and Bedard tried to toe drag the puck out. It's taken away by Vetrano left circle. He fires, chest save made by Spencer Knight. And now the Ducks get it back. Vetrano along the right sideboard. To Granlund right wing corner with 19 seconds. Coughed up the puck. Bertuzzi will take it away and clears it down into the Duck zone ever so slowly. Knight out of his net to pick up the puck in the near corner and got back into the crease. 7 seconds left in the period. Ducks on the attack, and then Seneca had the puck poke checked away at the Duck line by Kaiser, and that'll end the frame. 20 minutes into the books. Hawks and Ducks will score. The shots on goal favoring Anaheim 16-10. You'll recall that the Ducks had 2 power play opportunities in the frame. Hawks also had 1. But so far, a very close hockey game.
Yeah, I don't think the coaching staff will be happy with 16 shots. And I know you've mentioned the fact that, yes, Anaheim did have a couple of power plays, but still some turnovers that they've got to clean up in their own zone. Seems like Anaheim's attacking with a little bit of speed, too. And they've had some really good looks off the rush. Maybe an area, too, the Blackhawks would like to toughen up in.
We're going to have a guest downstairs, folks. I'm going to call an audible here and hand it off now to Charlie Remeliotis to take it the rest of the way in the intermission. Charlie, go ahead.
I hope just the intermission, because I don't think I could do John Weideman play-by-play moving forward. John, I will take it here. Steve, you mentioned 16 shots on goal by Anaheim. I think that after the Vancouver game, the shots were 15-15 as well. So another high volume shot, but I didn't feel like a ton of them were high quality outside of the ones, on the power play.
Yeah, you're right. And those were in close and redirections. But, something that did stick out to me, though, was the skill level of Anaheim. And, for whatever reason, Beckett Seneca just jumped out at me. Troy Terry jumped out at me with his speed. Leo Carlson also. So you keep giving these guys, 2 and 3 opportunities a period. They're going to make you pay. So, maybe not some high danger chances, but there were some good looks from Anaheim.
All right, let's head downstairs, and our guest is joining us now, Landon Slager. Landon, first game, how are the legs feeling? How's it feel to be back in the lineup?
Hey, trying to get them underneath me, but no, it feels good to be back out there and in the mix.
Landon, I had an opportunity to talk to your dad. I was doing the game in South Bend, and your alma mater, Notre Dame, took care of St. Lawrence in a couple of games. He mentioned the fact that, you were ready, you were raring to go. What kind of things were you working on, while you were injured and maybe not with the team?
Yeah, obviously a lot of rehab just to get back to full strength, but also just a lot of video, get caught up on the new systems and, staying engaged with the guys, too, away from the rink and just building that camaraderie as well, because that's just as important.
Landon, what's it feel like being inside the locker room? It just feels like the young players that you guys are having more of a voice. You can look around the locker room and it's less veterans and more of the young players where you guys are going to grow together in the future. What's that been like?
Definitely. I mean, it's a great balance, like you said, a lot of young guys, a lot of energy, which is awesome, but I think our veterans are doing a great job pulling us along as well. So it's just a great vibe in there and everyone's joking around. And I just love being with this group.
The Blackhawks give up 16 shots. And I know that Anaheim had a couple of power plays, but what areas do you need to tighten up in, and what would you like to do in the offensive zone?
Yeah, they're a high shot volume type of team. So I think it's just limiting their chances going low to high and getting in shot lanes. But I think we got to stay out of the box as well and drive a little bit more 5-on-5 to the net and take away the goalie's eyes.
Awesome. Landon, thanks for doing this. Go get him in a second.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
All right, that was Blackhawks forward Landon Slager. It's a 0-0 score through one period here at the United Center. We'll break down the first 20 minutes after this. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Whether you're on the field or on the ice, the best way to bet is with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips, Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees, ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
John Hansen here. Steve Budd from Great Lakes Credit Union, really bringing people together, right?
The mission of credit unions is really people helping people. Credit unions were really created to expand that access to financial services for those of modest means. And it doesn't matter where that member might be on their financial journey, but credit unions stepped in to really serve that purpose. We continue to serve diverse groups, and that started with us over 80 years ago.
For more, go to glcu.org, federally insured by NCUA.
The dance of falling leaves, the climb to an overlook, the stillness of the soul. Nothing steals your heart like the wonder of autumn. An easy drive from home. Ohio's Hocking Hills surround your cozy hot tub cabin with forests ablaze in dazzling fall color, a treetop canopy tour, and homemade cider. Welcome to Wonder. Explore HockingHills.com.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Here's Charlie Romiliotis with your intermission update.
20 minutes is in the books here at the United Center. We are still searching for the first goal of the game. 0-0 between the Blackhawks and Anaheim Ducks here on a Sunday night game. Shots on goal 16-10 in favor of the Ducks. So if you're Chicago, you certainly want to try to get the volume down for Anaheim. I didn't think a ton of them were high quality outside of the ones that Anaheim got on the power play. But if you're the Hawks, you want to try to tilt the scales back in your favor in the volume and quality department. Time now for the current odds according to Circa Sports Illinois. The over was minus 135 in the first period, and the under was plus 115. And so we didn't get a single goal there. So if you hit the under for the first period, you're a winner. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. A light NHL schedule tonight. Only 3 other games going on, and 2 of them have already gone final. Earlier this afternoon, the Vancouver Canucks defeated the Washington Capitals 4-3 in Washington. It snapped a 4-game win streak for the Capitals, and the Vancouver Canucks won their 3rd game in a row after a 1-2-0 start. A couple noteworthy items from that game. Vancouver's leading scorer, Brock Besser, did not play due to personal reasons. And then Washington forward Pierre-Luc Dubois missed his 3rd straight game with a lower body injury. He did practice in a non-contact jersey, and he's listed as questionable for their next game on Tuesday versus Seattle. And then Canucks forward Philip Hedl left in the first period after taking a big hit from Tom Wilson. The play he didn't get penalized on the hit. I thought he should have, but unfortunately for Hedl, he got knocked out of the game, and he's had some head injury issues, so hopefully it's nothing serious for Philip Hedl. Over in Detroit, the Red Wings defeated the Edmonton Oilers 4-2. Dylan Larkin had 4 points for Detroit, factored in on all 4 goals, had 2 goals, 2 assists. Also, Emmett Finney had 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist. Finney is a 7th-round draft pick from 2 years ago in 2023, and he's found himself on the top line over in Detroit, so he's had a great year. Patrick Kane, former Blackhawks superstar, did not play in this game due to an upper body injury. He crashed hard into the boards during Detroit's 2-1 overtime win against Tampa Bay on Friday night, so hopefully it's not serious for Kane. And then lastly, Lucas Raymond, he returned to the lineup for the Red Wings after missing the last 2 games with an upper body injury. He registered 2 assists in the win. And then the only other game currently going on is Boston and Utah over in Utah, and it's a 1-1 score. It's about to go into the first intermission. David Pastrnak has a power play goal for Boston. Logan Cooley has a power play goal for the Mammoth. Utah had only 8 goals in the first 4 games. They scored 6 on Friday versus Boston, so they had a rough showing in the first 4 offensively, but looks like they're getting things back on track. Other NHL news, Montreal defenseman Caden Gooley is out 4 to 6 weeks with a lower body injury. We obviously just saw him on opening night the home opener last Saturday. It's a big loss for the Montreal Canadiens. And then finally, Mark Scheifele became the Winnipeg Jets all-time leading point leader yesterday. He scored his 6th goal of the season to give him 113 career points. He surpassed Blake Wheeler for sole possession of first on the franchise all-time list. Elsewhere in sports, the Chicago Bears picked up yet another victory over the New Orleans Saints, 26-14 earlier today. It was their fourth consecutive victory for the Bears, the first time since 2018. The Bears have won 4 in a row. DeAndre Swift rushed for 124 yards and a touchdown. The Bears are now 4-2 on the season. They travel to Baltimore to face the Ravens next week. Other NFC North action, the Green Bay Packers knocked off the Arizona Cardinals 27-23, and the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Vikings 28-22 in Minnesota. Sunday Night Football, the Falcons are at the San Francisco 49ers. That game is going to kick off in just under a half hour. And then MLB playoffs, the ALCS Game 6, the Seattle Mariners are at the Toronto Blue Jays. With the win, the Mariners will advance to the World Series. First pitch is at the top of the hour. Meanwhile, here at the United Center, Hawks and Ducks are still searching for the first goal of the game. We'll take a quick break, then break down the first 20 minutes of action. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans, this is Jeremy Roenick. The Blackhawks play here on Chicago's hockey station, WGN Radio. Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I've seen a lot of stat sheets in my career, but when it comes to beer, these numbers jump off the page. Flight by Yuengling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and brewed with crisp, refreshing flavor. That's not just light beer, it's light beer with game, and it's brewed by the oldest brewery in America. Bottom line, if you care about performance and taste, Flight by Yuengling brings both. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DT Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
One of the most successful sculptors in American history was Chicago's own Richard Hunt, with hundreds of pieces on display around the country. Now a stunning exhibition of his work has opened at the Loyola University Museum of Art. Freedom in Form, Richard Hunt looks back at 6 decades of transforming metal into symbols of hope and power. Springfield's Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum created this unique blend of art and history, which can be seen at Luma through November 15th.
Before and after every Bears game, tune into Happen OB right here on 720 WGN.
It's go time.
Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, official truck partner of the Chicago Bears.
Back here at the United Center, the Hawks and Ducks got a 0-0 score through one period of play. Shots on goal 16-10 in favor of the Ducks. It was a 15-15 shots on goal through one period on Friday night when the Hawks took on the Vancouver Canucks. Just looking at some of the numbers here, Hawks are going with 11-7. Again, 11 forwards, 7 defensemen, and Connor Bedard, it looks like he is leading the way among the forwards for the Blackhawks with 7 minutes and 6 seconds of ice time. Alex Vlasic is at 7:42. He led all skaters with 10 shifts in that first. I thought Bedard was really noticeable in that first period. I know he had one of his shots went off the mask of Lucas Dostal, then on the same shift, I think he had a nice toe drag move that hit the shaft of the stick of Dostal. And then a few shifts later, I think it was after the first power play that Chicago had, Bedard pulled off his other curl and drag move, and Dostal thought he corralled it in his chest, but the puck popped up in the air and went behind him, kind of ricocheted in the crease. And so I thought Bedard was extremely noticeable in that first period. And I think when the Hawks go with 11-7, it allows Connor to get into the game because he's just basically playing every other shift when he gets those fourth line shifts. I think the last game, Connor was at 8. It was about 8:30 of ice time through one period against Vancouver. And I think that was a little bit too high. And I think the Hawks were hoping to get him more in the 7-minute range. So this was a perfect first period for Connor Bedard, getting 8 shifts, 7 minutes and 6 seconds of ice time. He did finish the period with 3 shots on goal, which no other player on the Blackhawks had more than 1. So great first period for Connor Bedard. Nice to see Tyler Bertuzzi in the lineup. He did not participate in the morning skate today. He was kind of listed as a game time decision, even though he was the Coach Blashill was expecting him to play. But Bertuzzi is playing on that first line with Burakovsky and Bertuzzi. You got the 3Bs line and Bertuzzi, Bedard, Burakovsky. And Blashill went to that line towards the end of the last game against Vancouver. And so we'll see if they can pick up magic. But I thought that was a noticeable line in that first period for the Blackhawks. We got one more break to get to, and then we'll set up the second period. On the other side of the break, you're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you shop for a new Chevy at Bob Joss Chevrolet, you'll be more than happy. You'll be Jossified. That's the feeling you get when you enjoy outstanding savings from Bob Joss Chevrolet in Elbert. Right now, save on a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 with 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. Bob Joss Chevrolet in Elbert next to Reams Meat Market. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Plus tax title license not key to qualified buyers with approved credit based on $15.15 for $1,000 finance. See dealer for details. Expires 11/3/25.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink, and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council represents 52,000 hardworking professional men and women across Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and eastern Iowa who earn the construction industry's best wages and benefits. Their professionally trained and highly skilled members are the elite workforces behind the industrial, commercial, and residential projects you see in your state every day. They build lifelong careers that offer life-changing opportunities. Build your future now. Learn more today at carpentersunion.org. That's carpentersunion.org.
For breaking legal news on the hottest issues, tune into Legal Face-Off on WGNradio.com, hosted by Rich Lenkoff and Tina Martini, and brought to you by McCorkle Litigation Services.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago. Up next, the second period. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis with your recap.
Blackhawks and Ducks are on the ice for the start of the second period. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Hyundai's award-winning lineup of cars, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs put your safety first with available class-exclusive features like digital key and remote, smart parking assist, plus America's best warranty. See your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer or visit HyundaiUSA.com. We are still searching for our first goal of the game. Hopefully, it comes in the form of the Blackhawks as the second period is about to get underway. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. First off, What's on Deck is John taking over the play-by-play duties. Thank you for not leaving me with that. I most certainly would not have done well.
You'd have been fine, Char. Don't worry about it. No, thank you, Charlie, for handling that intermission. As the teams are on the ice surface to play here in the second period, when Hawks fans are all hoping they see a repeat of the period that they had in St. Louis, Charlie. You'll remember the Blackhawks put up a 3-spot on the Blues, but against the Canucks put up a 2-spot on the Hawks. So it remains to be seen which second period team we're going to see here. So now a late line change by Jeff Blashill. Connor Bedard was out there to take the draw. He's going to match lines here a bit, Steve. Frank Nazar facing off with Mason McTavish to get it started.
Yeah, second line for Anaheim, second line for Chicago. How about that second line for Anaheim? Average age of just a little over 20 years of age. Yeah. McTavish, 22, Cutter, 21, and that's Seneca, 19 years of age.
Yeah. So far, point a game in his National Hockey League career. This is only his 5th game, Seneca. Underway, as you can hear, Lacombe carrying out of the Duck zone to center ice to the Hawk blue line, where he snaps the puck to the left wing corner to himself. Then he set it off the side of the Hawk net, but the Ducks get possession again. In the high slot area, a long shot by McTavish hit somebody in front. Here's Ilya Mikheyev the other way. Goes rink wide with a pass for Nazar, and that's over his stick and down, and icing is the result. 40 seconds into the frame, still no score. The faceoff comes back in the Hawk zone in the circle to Knight's right.
John, I don't know if you heard, but we talked to Landon Slaggert, and he talked about, some of the shots, and Anaheim doing a good job of getting pucks low, down low, back high up there to the defenseman. And that last shift, they did the exact same thing. They got the puck down low, and then they threw it up high. And one thing, the way the Blackhawks cover is everyone collapses around the net. As a result, sometimes the points will be open. So Anaheim taking advantage of that.
Well, Killorn wins this face-off to the left point, and a shot now from Carlson for the top of the left circle. And it Chris Kreider, who was trying to crowd the front of the crease. Carlson, another shot from the line, and that's knocked wide by Knight. Actually, this was Minchikov who fired the puck. Now a shot from the far point. That's off the stick of Hellison. Turned out of there by Knight. Kreider along the right boards. Tried to center the puck. Bounces free to Nazar. He'll clear to center ice. And Drew Hellison backing up for the Ducks with the puck. To Leo Carlson, Hawk line left wing. Passes ahead to Pavel Minchikov to the left wing corner. He's hit by Nazar, but bounces off the check. Here's a shot from the right circle by Trouba. Turned out of there by Knight. Ducks putting on some pressure here.
That's a shooting gallery early in the second period for Anaheim.
Carlson along the right side boards. Flips it right point. Trouba sends it top of the left circle. Olin Zellweger with a little spinorama. He retains the puck and then skates it down to the left wing corner and send it behind the net. Frank Vetrano right corner. To Trouba right point. Passes over to the left point. Zellweger there, fanning on a shot. Good play there by Mikheyev to reach in with a stick, pull the puck free, and slings it all the way down ice. We're going to get another icing here to the Hawks. So it's kind of a dangerous position for the Hawks right now. They've been out there now the full minute and 55 seconds for this start of this second period.
Yeah, there's some tired bodies for the Blackhawks, and I don't mind taking an icing there because you're going to get a bit of a breather, but wholesale line changes for Anaheim, so they've got 5 fresh bodies on the ice.
It's going to be Granlund facing off against Nazar, who stands up at the faceoff dot, saying something to one of the linesmen. And they get in again a little too vigorously. They're going to do it again. Granlund wins the draw cleanly to Zellweger left point. Down to Granlund along the left side boards. Nazar battling with him. Pokes the puck free. Held in by Zellweger left point. Spins it down behind the net. Spencer Knight out to play the puck around the glass, not out of the zone. Held in by Trouba at the right point. Spins it down behind the Hawk net. And Troy Terry to Granlund along the left boards, firing a sharp angle shot. Stick save made by Knight. Loose puck to the near boards. Vetrano pulls it out of the pile to Terry, bottom of the right circle, bottom of the left circle, tried to center the puck. He's then hit by Renzel. Puck comes free left circle. Granlund will turn and fire, and that hit the top of the glass and the netting, and a whistle stops play. That line was on there for the Hawks for 2 minutes and 36 seconds to start the frame.
Wow, that is an eternity, and the Blackhawks are maybe fortunate there. They dodged the bullet because no real clean shots off the Duck sticks, and when they did, Spencer Knight was there, but this team knows how to. It's funny when you're on offense and you've got a team on the ropes. Guys are out there and they've been out there for an extended period. You take some extra chances, and that's exactly what Anaheim was doing.
Well, here's Bedard to face off with Ryan Poehling of the Ducks. Poehling wins the draw. Minchikov carrying down the left wing side. Fires a shot from an angle. Stick save made by Knight. Hawks having trouble clearing their end. Finally, Kaiser does. A pass through center ice off Bedard's stick. Actually, Minchikov's stick. And down in behind the Duck net. Drew Hellison handling in the far corner. Put it in behind the net. Minchikov's got it. He'll skate it up the left wing center ice. Passes it ahead for Ian Moore. He'll deflect the puck to the left wing corner Hawk zone where Louis Crevier runs into the Ducks' Sam Colangelo. Poehling and Crevier battle. Crevier pushes it up the boards, and the puck sails free over the head of Crevier. Paws it down to the ice, but the Ducks get the puck. And Gudis fires from the right point. That deflects wide. Crevier near corner, passing up the right side, Andre Burakovsky. Outlets to Tyler Bertuzzi at center ice. Dodges a hit from Gudis, dumps the puck into the Duck zone. The Ducks come back up ice. Cutter Gauthier then misplaced the puck down into the Hawk zone. Grizzlick with a pass up the left wing to Doc. Nice handoff to Donato coming by over the Duck line. To Ryan Green now down behind the net. Green to the left wing circle. To the line, Grizzlick. A drive, and that deflects over the net. Nice tip there by Colton Doc. And now Green reaching for the puck along the far boards. Could not get to it. Seneca did. Ahead of McTavish. Then a lead pass for Gauthier over a stick to the left wing corner. Gauthier and the Hawks Connor Murphy battle. Gauthier pokes it behind the net to McTavish. He put it out to the line, and then Trouba had to back out to center ice to catch this pass, forcing the Ducks to regroup. Here's Ryan Green to the Duck line. Little toe drag with the puck into the zone, then out. Lost it. Down into the Hawk end. Chris Kreider and Ryan Green battle. Murphy to the puck. To Grizzlick back of the net. Put it around up the left wing side to Slaggert. Couldn't clear the zone. Trouba had pinched and kept his skate on the puck, keeping the puck in the Hawk zone. Then Grizzlick with a lead pass up the right side now for Donato. Deflects it down ice in behind the Duck net. The Hawks will go for a line change.
And what you'd expect from a Joel Quenneville coach team, the defense really active in the offensive zone. They pinch an awful lot. That's what Anaheim's been doing, well, especially the first 5 minutes of the second period.
Here's Frank Vetrano from East Long Meadow, Massachusetts. Had the puck in the near circle, lost it. Artyom Levshinov, not sure what to do with it. Put it behind the net. Wyatt Kaiser chased down in the far corner by Terry. It worked the puck free to Burakovsky. And Burakovsky lost the puck along the half boards. It spun down to the corner, then in behind the Hawk net. Levshinov tried to clear. He was hit. Put it up the near side. It spun back in behind by Reichel to Levshinov. Bank pass up the right side. Slaggert had to lift the stick of Hellison so that the puck would come by, but Terry's got it. Terry in the left wing circle. Lost the puck to Reichel. Chips it off the right side boards to center ice. Backing up to get it. Ian Moore of the Ducks gave it away. Reichel into the Duck zone. Racing to the right wing circle. Turning away to the half boards, then to the point. Backhands it down behind the net. Bertuzzi got it there to Burakovsky. Burakovsky now back in behind the Duck net. Turns and fed it up the slot. This ends up top of the right circle. Rinzel to Bedard, right circle. A toe drag and a shot goes over the net off a deflection. Vlasic left point. Now to the line, Rinzel. Long shot goes just wide. Puck hits the glass, bounces out the side of the net. Bertuzzi moves it to the right wing corner. Bedard to Rinzel, right point. They'll give it to Bedard, top of the right circle. Bedard holding the puck, drops it now in the right wing corner to Doc. Back to Bedard near the right point. Drifts into the high slot, fires, and that hit a body and bounces just wide of the net. Rinzel to the puck, shot it across the rink. Here's Vlasic from the left point. Moving down, he'll drop it off now to Bedard at the left point. He's chased to center ice, and the Hawks have to regroup as Bedard's back to get it. Gave it to Vlasic over the Duck line left wing. Drop past Teravainen with a shot, and the glove save is made by the goaltender Dostal. He'll hold on in the Anaheim crease. We're down to 13:27 left in period number 2. Still no score, Hawks and Ducks. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Marquette Bank has been Chicagoland's neighborhood bank for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. Marquette Bank is here to help you build savings, buy a home, plan for retirement. Marquette Bank is here to help you achieve your financial goals. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Celebrate the legends of rock and roll with Paramount Theater's $1 Million Quartet. Spend a night out in downtown Aurora with hits like Blue Suede Shoes, Walk the Line, Great Balls of Fire, and many more. $1 Million Quartet. It's the hottest ticket in town. Get yours today at ParamountAurora.com.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Connor Bedard. We're back. Time for more Blackhawks hockey.
Have you ever wanted to be featured during a Blackhawks game? Well, now's your chance with BMO Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes. Enter for a chance to win 4 lower-level tickets, an autographed Blackhawks replica Centennial jersey, and the opportunity to compete on the big screen during the game for a shot at amazing prizes. Visit Blackhawks.com/promotions to enter today.
This next face-off is in the circle to Lukas Dostal's right. Mason McTavish for the Ducks facing off against Teuvo Teravainen. And McTavish wins the draw. Gudas put it into the Hawk zone. Gauthier from the left circle tried to center the puck. Picked off by the Hawks, and then Renzel missing on a headman pass. Goes all the way down, but no icing is called. There's Radko Gudas back of the net. He misses on a pass up ice, and this goes down, and now we're going to get icing against the Ducks.
Well, the Blackhawks have finally tilted the ice back in favor of themselves. Shots were 6-0 at one point, about 5 minutes into the second period. And right now, currently shots 6-2, still in favor of Anaheim, but at least the Blackhawks are getting some looks. Kind of turning into a goaltender's duel.
It really is.
In this contest.
So far, each goaltender has been solid. I mean, Dostal's made some outstanding saves with the glove, the windmill types of saves. In the Hawk zone, the puck rolled free. McTavish left circle tried to center. This deflects over to Burakovsky. He turns up ice on a 3-on-2 rush through center. Over the duck line, drop past Bedard, top of the left circle. To Burakovsky, back in the net now. Carrying around, gave it to Bedard, top of the left circle again. He snaps one in on goal, and a blocker save by Dostal. Renzel to the puck, left point. Now to Bertuzzi down the left wing to the corner. Tried to center the puck. It bounces free. Renzel pokes it behind the net with a backhanded stab. And then Gudas will send it up the left wing side for Gauthier at center ice. The Hawks' Alex Vlasic took it away, and the Hawks get possession between the circles. Vlasic with a pass ahead now for Renzel is off his stick at center ice. Ducks come back into the Hawk zone. Renzel back to try and snap it out of the zone. This hits Colton Dock, who took it down to the far corner in the Hawk zone and winds the puck behind the net down to the Duck line. Zellweger there. Put it across the rink. Jacob Trouba, the Detroit area native, who shot it to the Hawk blue line. Carlson down the left wing Hawk zone. Wires a shot high and wide. Trouba at the right point. Spins it down behind the Hawk net. Alex Killorn, a Harvard product. Left point to Zellweger. Shot it across the rink. Held in by Trouba. Now he put it down. It's sent across by Kreider. To the left point now to Zellweger. Set the puck behind the Hawk net. Killorn battling there with a couple of Hawks. Vlasic and Ryan Green. Vlasic works it free to Green. He's checked by Killorn, but put the puck around up the right side to Colton Dock. Head to Ryan Donato. He's bear hugged into the glass by Trouba as he advances the puck down into the Duck zone. Hawks trying to get a line change.
Yeah, and again, Anaheim really activating their defensemen, and they're pinching down whenever they get an opportunity to try and keep the play alive in Chicago's zone. The Blackhawks have to maybe start punting that puck, just kind of lobbing it out to the neutral ice or getting it off the glass. There's a lot of successful keep-ins by those D-men.
Murphy at the Hawk line, little bank pass ahead up the right side, picked up by Minchikov of the Ducks. Pavel Minchikov into the Hawk zone to the left wing corner. Lost the puck to Frank Nazar, who pokes it behind the net to the right wing corner. Teravainen had it, lost it. Ducks get it back. Troy Terry, actually Sam Colangelo, the Minchikov left point. He sends it to the right point, and Hellison will stick the puck down behind the Hawk net, but it's played out by Nazar to Teravainen. To Nazar through center. He's over the Duck line on the right wing where he runs into Minchikov, but works the puck free. Mikheyev had it in the right circle, lost it. And Minchikov finally claims the bouncing puck and put it behind the Hawk net, or behind the Duck net to Hellison. And then over to Minchikov, he clears to center ice. Levshinoff driving the puck down the right side boards deep into the Duck zone. Comes around to the far circle. Colton Dock with a snapshot and a glove save made by Dostal. He'll hold on to the puck. That might have been sailing over the Duck net, but Dostal wasn't taking any chances. We'll get a face-off inside the Duck zone. This will be in the circle to Dostal's right.
Well, John, we talk about the youth on the Chicago Blackhawks, especially on the back end. And, yeah, there's a lot of young guys back there. But you just look at this Anaheim Ducks team, and they've got Zellweger, just 22 years of age. Minchikov, who you've mentioned a number of times, he's 21. Lacombe, who's going to be a star in this league, is just 24 years of age. And Ian Moore drives into the lineup. He's just a young 23-year-old, so a lot of youthful enthusiasm on Anaheim's side, too.
And you'll remember that Cam Fowler, longtime Duck defenseman, was deemed expendable and ended up being traded to St. Louis, where he, in his 1,000th game at Wrigley Field, he scored 2 against the Hawks. But it does say something about the depth of this Duck team and the youthful exuberance that we're going to see really for the next 10 years, I think. At the Duck line, Moore got the puck. They move it ahead. Here's Seneca into the Hawk zone on the left wing. Reaching was Levshunov to poke it away to the corner. Grizzlick spun it up the right wing side. Swigert had trouble with the puck. Levshunov will settle it down, bank it off the inboards over to Grizzlick in the far corner. Little bank pass up the left wing for Colton Dock in front of the Hawks bench. He deflects the puck down behind the Duck net. Hawks make a change. Dudas with the pass ahead on the left wing for Killorn. Hawk line off his stick. Hawks get it back. Here's Bedard shoveling it across to Vlasic, to Burakovsky, into the Duck zone, crossing the rink to the right point. Spins it down to the inboards. Bertuzzi there. Swept it behind the Duck net. Bedard, left corner. Put it out to the right point. And Crevier fires a screaming eagle over the net. That nearly took the goaltender's head off. Comes around to the near side. Killorn at center ice. Now to Carlson. He's into the hot zone down the right wing side. Drops it in behind the net. And Bedard there to get it. Send it behind up the near side, but not out of the zone. And now Kreider turns the puck over. Bertuzzi can't skate it out of the zone. Carlson took it away to Killorn, top of the right circle. Shot it across the rink. This deflects now to Bertuzzi to Bedard. He skates into the Duck zone, right point. Hands it off Burakovsky, right circle. He shoots, and that deflects off the stick of Gudas and up into the protective netting and out of play. And a whistle stops play. No score with 8:16 left in period number 2. Hawks and Ducks. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, Spencer Knight. Sit tight, more hockey after the break.
Tired of losing power? Feeling powerless? Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric today for a free estimate on a whole home standby generator. Never be without power again. Fully installed systems starting at just $99 a month. Power your sump pump, your fridge, your freezer, your garage doors, your heating and cooling so your home stays safe and comfortable. Four Seasons is the largest and most award-winning Generac dealer in Illinois.
Reasons. Call 866-4 Seasons.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Can't find the right words? Rogers & Hollins has you covered. Since 1910, Rogers & Hollins has been Chicagoland's trusted name for fine jewelry and quality watches. From engagement rings to the perfect gift or something to elevate your look, generations have relied on Rogers & Hollins for unmatched quality and personal service. Experience the Rogers & Hollins difference. Visit fornowandforever.com or a store near you. Rogers & Hollins, for now and forever.
Rogers and Hollins, for now and forever.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Blackhawks fans, join us all season long at the United Center as we celebrate the legends who've helped cement our legacy as a franchise. Secure your tickets for November 15th, December 13th, January 17th, and March 6th for our Centennial Celebration Nights. Each game will feature a Blackhawks legend bobblehead giveaway for the first 8,000 fans. Visit Blackhawks.com promo for all details.
We saw the Makita bobblehead from the other night, Steve, and outstanding. I mean, just a great job done by everybody there. Inside the Hawk zone. Nice takeaway by Kaiser from the Ducks' Troy Terry. Put the puck behind the net near corner to Renzel. He whips it up the right wing side to Donato, who deflects the puck to the Duck blue line. The Ducks take it back and then give it back as Renzel's able to poke the puck down ice into the Duck zone. Zellweger passes over to Trouba, picked off by Donato. He got it ahead of Ryan Green, who was fouled at the Duck blue line. Looked like a tripping call that the officials missed. They continue to play. Here's Jacob Trouba passing out the center ice now. Into the Hawk zone. Seneca down the right wing side. Coughed up the puck. Vlasic took it away. Banks a pass up the right boards intended for Teravainen, just a little too far ahead of him, and it goes down, and icing is the call. No score, 7:25 left in the second.
Funny, that tripping call that you mentioned, John, there was about 18,000 fans here at the United Center who did see it, and they were calling for a penalty.
Yeah.
None to be had.
Now Mason McTavish will step into the faceoff circle to the right of Spencer Knight, along with Frank Nazar, wins the draw to the corner. Renzel and Nazar on the scene with Cutter Gauthier and Mason McTavish. Gauthier gets hold of the puck, sends it down behind the Hawk net. McTavish hands it off to Seneca beside the net. And he's chased into the corner by Nazar, who takes the puck away. He got it to Teravainen. Head to Mikheyev, breaking into the Duck zone down the left wing, and he fires. It just goes wide. Another good chance for Ilya Mikheyev as he got into the Duck zone pretty cleanly there.
Got a clear-cut breakaway in period number one, shorthanded, and that one a partial breakaway. Just couldn't quite get the puck on net.
Ian Moore, left wing corner, Hawk zone. Had the puck stripped away. Ends up at center ice. Gauthier whips it down behind the Hawk net off the left boards. Quick handoff by Knight to Levshunov. Advances it ahead, Mikheyev into the Duck zone right point, down to Bertuzzi along the right sideboard. Bertuzzi at the point. Slips it through beside the right circle, Levshunov. Sent it down behind the Duck net, rolls around up the far side. Leo Carlson breaking back through center. Over the Hawk line, splits the defense, moves in on goal, and then shot it in behind the foot of Spencer Knight. What a rush by Leo Carlson.
Unbelievable individual effort, and in fact, kind of lost the puck right at the last second, but did get it off, and looked like it went off one of the posts, just grazed off the post.
Now we're going to get a tripping call to the Hawks. They missed the one at the Duck blue line, but they didn't miss this one. And Andre Burakovsky's going to get the gate.
Number 26, Chicago's going to line up for tripping.
So tripping is the call on Burakovsky, and we just saw a great individual effort by Leo Carlson. And, you know, I can tell you as a defenseman, when a guy who's big like he is, who's got great hands, comes at speed, it's really tough not to back off, and that's exactly what the defender did. He made him pay, and as a result, Blackhawks get running around a little bit, take a penalty.
You remember playing against Mario Lemieux, right?
Oh, yeah.
Facing Mario. How difficult was he to stop? Maybe the toughest ever?
Maybe, because he was deceivingly fast, but just so slippery. And just when you thought you had him with a hit, he would slip back the other way. Just, you know, very elusive for a big man.
Back inside the Hawk zone of the far corner. Vlasic gave Granlund a shove, but the Ducks retained the puck. Carlson along the right boards to Granlund right wing corner. He sent it back for Carlson, but it's over his stick and down into the Duck end. And the Hawks will change up their penalty killers. Jackson Lacombe carrying out the center ice, dropping the puck there. Leo Carlson oncoming. Moves it ahead, Troy Terry over the Hawk line. To Chris Kreider left point, to Jackson Lacombe deep slot, topped it up. Teravainen the other way, shorthanded. He's over the Duck line on the left wing, tried to wave it across the rink. Picked off by Lacombe. Lead pass now, Gauthier into the Hawk zone, top of the left circle where he stops. And all he can do is backhand the puck over to the right wing corner. Good defense there by Wyatt Kaiser. Down to 52 seconds on the Duck power play. Terry behind the net. To Gauthier right corner. To Killorn right point. He'll walk it through the deep slot. Move it to the left wing half boards. Terry drops it back to Cutter Gauthier left point. He moves it over. Zellweger top of the right circle. Put it down beside the net. And a pass there from Granlund picked off by Kaiser. He'll clear to center ice. Ducks come back into the zone quickly. McTavish down the right side. The glove save is made at night, but I had a feeling this was going to be called. Too many men on the ice for Anaheim. They got caught in a bad change.
Anaheim's bench minor penalty, too many men on the ice.
And Joel Quenneville not very happy. They just had a quick cut to him on the Jumbotron, and Wyatt Kaiser stole a puck in front, but then didn't get it all the way down the ice, and I think that was what kind of screwed up the Anaheim Ducks. They tried to bring it back the other way, and just too many guys on the ice, and that pass was literally right in front of the Anaheim bench. So relatively easy call for the referee, and Colangelo serving the too many men in the ice penalty.
Teams will play 4 aside for the next 27. Then the Hawks will get their second second Citco power play of the game. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citco. Download the app now to start saving. Draw out to the right of Bill Stahl in the Duck zone. It's going to be Alex Killorn from Halifax, Nova Scotia, facing off with Boston area native Ryan Donato. Now Donato in there a little too vigorously. Linesman makes him stand up and do it again. A lot of late instruction here. Now they're ready. Dropping the puck. Donato wins it decisively. Grzelcyk at the left point. Tosses it down off the inboards. Rides around to the near side to Lucas Reichel. Reichel, right wing corner, tried to hand it through to Donato. Donato did get to the puck in the right corner. Sent it behind the net to the far corner. Killorn will stick it back in behind. Around it goes to the right point. Levshunov flings it down behind the Duck net into the far corner. Killorn took it away from Reichel to Zellweger. Hawks come to full strength. And now an even or upper call is going to be made at the Hawk blue line. Leo Carlson was tripped as he entered the Hawk zone. And now for the next 129, they'll play for a side. And then the Ducks will get a power play.
Yeah, Ryan Donato, the guilty party. Here's the call.
It's Chicago. Tripping.
Yeah, behind the play and just tried to get his stick into Carlson and put it right between his legs. We saw that a number of times against the Montreal Canadiens in their home opener. Those stick infractions, and when you're behind a guy, you just can't be reaching, and that's what Donato did. And it's too bad, too, because that 4-on-4 play, he won the original draw. They kept the puck down low. They didn't really generate any shots, but now the draw will come all the way back into their own zone, and as you mentioned, still 4-on-4 hockey.
McTavish against Connor Bedard on the draw. Circle to the right of Knight. Bedard wins this one to Rinzel. Drifting in behind the net. Passes to Bedard along the right side boards. He'll carry it out toward his own blue line and then take the puck and go for a skate down in front of his net. Then back up ice to center ice. Bedard with speed crossing the Duck line. Tried to wave the puck over to Burakovsky. This is picked off by the Ducks' Jackson Lacombe. He's back through center ice over the Hawk line. Drops in McTavish, top of the left circle. Trying to make a pass across the rink. I believe that hit Bedard in the skate and ricochets down ice into the Duck end. 56 seconds left on the 4-against-4 situation. Between the circles, McTavish hands it off to Lacombe. To Hellison at center ice. Back to Jackson Lacombe. He steps into the Hawk zone. Put it over left circle. McTavish kicks it to a stick. Carries behind the net. Sets up the deep slot. Ian Moore there. Now the Lacombe to Moore, left circle, moving in. He'll fire, and that deflects wide of the net. Grzelcyk and Gauthier battle on the far side, and Grzelcyk pokes it free behind the Hawk net. Nazar to the puck. To Rinzel, center ice on the right wing. Put it in over the Duck line. We get a whistle, and this play is ruled offside. 2:49 left in the second. We're tied up, no score. Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number. But when one is a collection of many, of families and communities, partners and teams, one can stand for all. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we've been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for nearly 90 years. And through every journey, our one true focus has remained the same. Expanding access to the highest quality, affordable health care for our members and the communities we share for every stage of life. And as we continue to empower whole person health with compassion and innovation, one member at a time, we look forward to keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything we do. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Alex Vlasic. Break's over, back to Blackhawks hockey.
Hey Blackhawks fans, want to suit up like the pros? Well, now you can. The brand new Centennial jersey is here. Whether you're at the arena watching with friends, or repping the Hawks around town, this is the jersey to celebrate our 100-year legacy in style. Don't wait. You can grab yours today in stores or online at cbhshop.com. cbhshop.com.
They're pretty cool, Steve. Have you seen them up close?
Yes, I have.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they've done a real good job on that.
They got that nice outlining of the numbers. They're just neat. I would recommend anybody that's looking for maybe an early holiday gift, or I don't know, maybe an any time of year gift. Just go into the Blackhawks store and grab one. You won't be sorry. Face off just outside the duck line. Mikhail Granlund facing off with Ilya Mikheyev of the Hawks. Mikheyev swats the puck into the duck end. The team's still 4 against 4 for the next 16. Jackson Lacombe to the puck behind the duck net. Skates out with it on the right wing side, then moves up the center of the ice, hands it off Leo Carlson, busting into the hot zone. Got a shot away from the high slot. Vlasic got a piece of it. Mikheyev in the far corner. Dishes behind the net, near corner. Oh, and Connor Murphy is tripped. The penalty is going to be called here to the Ducks now. So we'll be 4-side again for a little while. Murphy carries to center ice, trying to milk the clock so the Hawks can get a pure power play. He lifts it back into the Hawk zone to Ilya Mikheyev, standing behind the vacant net. 13 seconds left on the Duck power play. Here's Vlasic taking a handoff from Bedard to center ice. Fires the puck down the boards into the Duck zone. And Gauthier touches, the whistle blows. Hawks are going to get another power play. This will be another Sitco power play. Score savings on every fill-up.
Number 64. 2-minute minor. Tripping.
There you go. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Sitco. Download the app now to start saving.
Kind of a needless penalty by Michael Granlund. You know, good job by Connor Murphy protecting the puck. Little hedge fake. And Granlund, again, the stick almost between the legs, right under the skate blade of Connor Murphy. So that negates the short power play they would have. And now in 4 seconds, power play, Blackhawks will have the man advantage.
And for the Hawks, this will be their third power play of the game. They get possession off the draw. Rinzel to Bedard, left point. To Teravainen, top of the right circle. Floats it in front. Nazar, left circle. Hawks now have a power play. They're at full strength. Rinzel at the line, deep slot. Leaving it high slot now to Bedard. To Teravainen beside the right circle. Now to Bertuzzi. Put it in front. Nazar snaps a shot in on goal. Turned out by Dostal, and the puck cleared all the way down by Trouba. 1:34 in the Hawk power. Rinzel collects the biscuit behind the net, moving it at center ice to Teravainen, to Rinzel over the duck line on the right wing. Hands it off to Nazar. Tried to drop the puck into the corner. Broken up by Trouba. Moves the puck out of McTavish. Cleared all the way down for the Ducks. 15 in the Hawk power play. Rinzel gathering it, puck behind the net, skates out. Drops it behind himself to Bedard, and he'll skate the puck through center ice and over the duck line. Right wing side to Rinzel, high slot to Bertuzzi, left point, back to Rinzel. Rinzel backing up for the puck to the left point. Down to Bedard, left wing corner. And on a pass, lost possession of the puck. Bertuzzi hustles to take it back. We're under a minute of the second period, no score. Bedard through the high slot with the puck over to the top of the right wing circle. Here's Bedard, off angle shot. Oh, I think he hit Dostal in the head there. Rinzel got it back, fires from the high slot. Butterfly saved by Dostal. 37 seconds on the power play. Rinzel high slot again, tried to filter a pass through, never got through. Nazar from the top of the left circle fires, just missed the net. Teravainen in the right wing circle. To Rinzel, high slot with 25. To Bedard, top of the left circle. He looked like he caught a slash from Alex Killorn, lost the puck to center ice, then looked at the referee, no call.
Yeah, he went palms up. He was looking for a call there. So Killorn went over to him, gave him another whack. Wasn't real happy about the trying to be shown up in front of the referee, but somebody hit a post there just a little early. It might have been Bedard, just off the stall and then off the post.
2 seconds, the period ends, and the Ducks come to full strength, and 40 minutes are in the books. No score. Shots on goal favoring Anaheim, 23-16. The teams traded power plays, much as they did in the first period, but neither team could score. And after 40 scoreless minutes, we'll head to the intermission. I thought, Steve, by now we'd have seen at least 4 goals scored in this hockey game. But
the goal, I'll tell you what, the goaltending has been very good on both ends. But the Blackhawks, not a great start in that second period, but then slowly but surely they gained some momentum and had some really good looks on Dostal, especially late in that period.
Well, the second period seemed to have been the bane for the Blackhawks in the last couple seasons, and they've had a game. Well, they had a game here recently against Vancouver where they surrendered a 2-0 lead. And I know that Jeff Blashill and his coaching staff, they're working feverishly on making sure that they eliminate any of the bad habits that would cause them to lose the lead or lose leads in the second period.
Sometimes, John, it's a factor, a big factor that plays into it is the change. It's the long change, and sometimes you get young guys out there, and maybe they overstay their shifts. You get stuck out there, and other teams they seize upon that and they make you pay.
Shots were 7-6 in that period, favoring Anaheim. I'm going to go downstairs in a moment and join our guest. I just wonder if you're Joel Quenneville and you've got the Ducks here in Chicago, a place where you called home for all that success, if you're going to open it up a little bit in the third period, maybe get your defense more involved since it's a road game, but you won't have the last change. So I'm not really sure what his thought process will be.
Yeah, his D have been pretty involved in this game, especially in that second period. I think that's just the factor. That's just the way his teams play.
Let's go downstairs and join our guest. Colton Dock is good enough to join us here in the intermission. Colton, John Weideman, along with Steve Conroy for Blackhawks Radio. You had the opportunity to play with your brother in the home opener, play against your brother Kirby in the home opener. How was that experience for you?
That was pretty special. Obviously got for the first one against him last year. I had my dad down this year. We got to have my dad and my mom, so kind of just special to have some more family there. And hopefully my sister can make it down one day and watch us again.
Yeah, make it a family affair. Why not? I look at that second period, Colton, and it looked like they had you guys hemmed in your zone maybe the first half of the 20 minutes, but then you guys slowly found your feet. What was the difference, you think, in your mind?
Yeah, definitely not the start we want. I think just kind of got to be engaged, got to be hard on sticks, win lines. If we have a chance to get the puck in, I think we got to do that, establish a forecheck on them. Also got to, if we have a play to make, got to make it, but you got to be smart with it as well.
Well, Colton, you're the team hit leader and one of the hit leaders in the National Hockey League, and I know you want to add more to your repertoire than just being known as a hitter. What parts of your game do you hope to develop this year?
I think just, finding my touch around the net. I think I could, make a pretty good spot for myself, just being in and around there, winning battles, poking home loose pucks and kind of just creating space for my line mates. I think that's going to be my bread and butter in this game.
Well, 20 minutes to win a hockey game. What do you guys have to do to maybe try and get one by Dostal? Has been perfect thus far.
Yeah, I think get in front of him, get in front of his eyes. Maybe we don't really have that many shots. Kind of take some more shots, put them on the pads, get some rebounds, crash the net, and just create a little bit of chaos in front.
Sounds like a great plan to me, Colton. Go do that in the third period. Go get some fluids first.
Yeah,
and thanks for joining us here in the intermission.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, Blackhawks forward Colton Dock, our guest. After two periods here at the United Center, no blood, Hawks and Ducks. Charlie Romeliotis will be along here in just a moment with a full intermission report, and then we'll be back with third period action. A good one here so far. No score after 40. But it's going to get interesting here in the third, I think. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 0% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end November 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Cooler temps means fall is here, and it's time to get ready for the Blackhawks and the Bulls, live on Chicago Sports Network. Visit subscribe.chsn.com to sign up for your free 7-day trial of their all-access plan, which gives you over 300 live games per year. Catch every basket and every goal from your mobile device, television, or wherever you want to watch. CHSN is your home for the Blackhawks and the Bulls all season long. Chicago Sports Network, your home stream advantage.
Hey, Chicago. I'm Frank Cerrone, President and CEO of Pan American Bank and Trust. If you're a business owner in the Chicagoland area, you already know average doesn't cut it. You need a bank partner who moves fast, understands your needs, and delivers the capital and ideas to power your next big play. That's exactly what we do. We're Chicago's premier bank for ambitious entrepreneurs. Don't just bank. Partner with Pan American Bank. Let's build something great together. Pan American Bank, Chicago's bank for ambitious entrepreneurs.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
winter. For many of us, it's happening. Your hair is thinning. Your crown's disappearing. Maybe hair loss has you feeling like you've lost your identity. I got good news. It's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have. But what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair state-of-the-art facilities to world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will grow, it's guaranteed to grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed thousands of lives. I personally recommend them. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 872-217-HAIR, 872-217-HAIR, or click on advancedhair.com.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
We are through 40 minutes here at the United Center, and the Hawks and Anaheim Ducks are allergic to putting pucks in the back of the net because we're still searching for our first goal of this game. Shots on goal, 23-16 in favor of Anaheim. It was 7-6 in favor of Anaheim, the shots on goal in that second period. Specifically, hopefully the third period will bring us a different hockey game as far as in the goal column, preferably for Chicago. Let's get to some scores around the NHL. Only 3 other games on the slate. 2 of them have already gone final from earlier today. We start in Washington, where the Capitals had their 4-game winning streak come to an end at the hands of the Vancouver Canucks, who handed them a 4-3 loss. The Canucks, by the way, have won 3 in a row after a 1-2-0 start. A couple items from that game. Vancouver leading goal scorer Brock Besser did not play in the game due to personal reasons. And then Philip Hedl left after the first period after taking a big hit from Tom Wilson. We know that Philip Hedl has dealt with head injuries in the past, so hopefully it's nothing serious for the Vancouver young star. Washington Capitals forward Pierre-Luc Dubois also missed his 3rd straight game with a lower body injury. He practiced in a non-contact jersey yesterday. He's listed as questionable for their next game on Tuesday versus Seattle. Over in Detroit, the Red Wings knocked off the Edmonton Oilers 4-2 on home ice. Dylan Larkin factored in every single one of the goals for Detroit. He had 4 points, 2 goals, and 2 assists. His line mate, a 7th-round pick from 2023, Emmett Finney, also had 3 points in the victory, 2 goals, and an assist. Former Blackhawk winger Patrick Kane did not play in the game due to an upper body injury. He crashed hard into the boards during Detroit's 2-1 overtime win against Tampa Bay on Friday. Hopefully it's nothing serious for Kane. And then Lucas Raymond, the prized young star for the Red Wings, he missed the last 2 games with an upper body injury. He was questionable for this game. He did end up playing, and he recorded 2 assists for the Red Wings. The only other game currently going on are the Bruins and Mammoth. And the Mammoth have just tied this game back up 2-2 late in the second period. Clayton Keller has the recent goal for Utah. Logan Cooley scored the other one on the power play. And David Pasternak has both of the goals for Boston. So he is on Hattie watch over in Utah. Elsewhere in the NHL, some other news. Montreal defenseman Caden Gooley is out 4 to 6 weeks with a lower body injury. The big loss for Montreal star, who is a top 4 defenseman for that young group. And then congrats to Mark Scheifele, who became the Winnipeg Jets all-time points leader yesterday after scoring his 6th goal of the season. He now has 813 career points, surpassing Blake Wheeler for sole possession of first on the franchise's all-time list. Elsewhere in sports, the Chicago Bears beat the New Orleans Saints 26-14 to win their 4th straight game. The first time since 2018, the Bears have won 4 in a row. DeAndre Swift led the way for the Bears, 124 rushing yards and a touchdown. The Bears are now 4-2 on the season. They travel to Baltimore to face the Ravens next week. And then some Sunday night football action. The Atlanta Falcons and San Francisco 49ers are currently scoreless in the first quarter. And over in the NFC North from earlier today, the Green Bay Packers defeated the Arizona Cardinals 27-23, and the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Minnesota Vikings 28-22 in Minnesota. And finally, MLB playoffs, ALCS Game 6, Toronto Blue Jays lead the Seattle Mariners 2-0 in the second inning. The Mariners can rally back and win this game. They will advance to the World Series and face the LA Dodgers. Meanwhile, here at the United Center, the Hawks and Ducks are scoreless through 2 periods. We'll take a quick break, then break down these 40 minutes of action. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Blackhawks fans. This is Jason Dickinson, and you're listening to WGN Radio.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. You know, I played in an era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is the light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. GT Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Imagine having your skull detached from your spine to save you from paralysis. When Phil came to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, his spine was digging into his brainstem. After feeling unsure about his first hospital, he sought out our team's expertise and drove 14 hours for our care. We developed a comprehensive plan to rebuild his spine and made him feel at ease every step of the way.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for tough neurological conditions. During surgery, Phil's team detached his skull and removed the top of his spine. They then rebuilt his spine using rods and screws. This innovative procedure put him back on his feet in days instead of weeks.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be part of the world-renowned team that's giving so many people a new lease on life.
Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better.
Before and after every Bears game, tune into Happen OB right here on 720 WGN.
It's go time.
Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, official truck partner of the Chicago Bears.
Second intermission here at the United Center. Hawks and Ducks are scoreless through 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal 23-16 in favor of Anaheim. At each home game at the United Center this season, we will be saluting a veteran. And tonight's salute to the veteran is sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007. The 2 veterans that were honored earlier today, standing next to Jim Cornelison for the national anthem, were U.S. Army veteran Tom Seja and Gary Wilkie, also a U.S. Army veteran. So thank you both for your service. Let's get to some of the numbers of that second period for the Chicago Blackhawks and Anaheim Ducks. The scoring chances at even strength in the second period were 9-3 in favor of Anaheim. I thought the one line I feel like it's really going for Chicago is the Bertuzzi, Bedard, Burakovsky line. Bedard specifically, it feels like he is dialed tonight. He has 6 of the 16 shots on goal for Chicago in the game. He also has another shot attempt to miss the net. But, man, it feels like Connor is flying around, and that's one of the things we talk about. The Hawks going 11-7. It allows Connor Bedard to get a little bit more ice time. He's up to 14:37 for the game, which I believe leads all forwards right now. Alex Vlasic is at 16:49, but Connor is off to a really good start in this game. I believe when his line is on the ice right now at even strength, the shot attempts are 11-5 in favor of the Blackhawks. So let's see if Connor Bedard and his line can continue to keep making things happen. And let's try to find a goal here in the third period, because we still haven't heard a horn through 40 minutes of play here. We'll set up the third period coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Give people a place to gather and make fire the focal point of your home again. With a majestic fireplace or insert, you'll enjoy the warmth and ambiance of fire with contemporary style and the latest technology. Whether you're looking for wood, electric, or gas, indoors or out, Majestic offers a broad range of sizes and styles. Visit their showroom on Bowes Road in Elgin or call for a free estimate. 847-741-5903. 847-741-5903. House of Fireplaces, giving you a warm feeling since 1953.
Hi, this is Lou Manfredini. October is Fire Prevention Month. This fire prevention and safety tip is sponsored by Chicago Firewood Company. Never leave a fire in your fireplace unattended. Even the most well-maintained fires can spit out embers without notice. And position logs near the back of the fireplace. The further the logs are in the fireplace, the less likely embers will spit into the living room, causing a secondary fire. And now this. Chicago Firewood Company is Chicagoland's premier firewood supplier since 1989. They've perfected the art of delivering the finest firewood to Chicagoland homes, restaurants, and chefs. Whether you're looking to ignite the perfect flame for your family gatherings or need specific cuts for culinary perfection, their dedicated service stands ready with guaranteed satisfaction. Chicago Firewood Company will deliver the highest quality firewood directly to your door. To schedule a delivery, visit chifirewood.com. Call or text 872-224-2071. That's 872-224-2071.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis with your recap.
Back here at the United Center where the Blackhawks and Anaheim Ducks are hitting the ice for the start of the third period. It's been a quiet evening here in Chicago after a big Bears win earlier this afternoon, where hopefully Chicago can sweep the doubleheader. First the Bears and the Blackhawks here tonight. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. John, I know your Kansas City Chiefs got a big shutout win against the
arch
Raiders.
rival Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Vegas Raiders.
Vegas Raiders.
Yeah. The Chiefs seem to be rolling a little bit. But you know what? You were talking about the Bears. I'm happy to see the Bears have won 4 straight games. I think their new head coach is having the desired effect. I think he's getting that team turned around a little bit. They're fun to watch.
Were you listening to Hampton OB afterwards?
Yes.
OB gave Caleb Williams an F.
Wow.
And he won the game. Well, it was kind of an ugly win, but yeah. I love listening to those guys.
Oh, those guys don't hold back, right? I mean, I think they're just at a point within life it's like, whatever, I'm just going to speak my mind, and if they don't like it, too bad. Wow. All right, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Josh.
Here we go with the third period. Steve, the recurring thought I have is after that interview with Colton Dock here in the intermission that it's going to take a goal from a guy just like that to be the difference in this game.
Talking about a greasy goal, aren't you, John?
I am.
Yeah, and he talked about that. Take away the goalie's eyes, get in front of the net, get some rebounds.
Underway here in the third period. You hear the puck sounds in the background. Mason McTavish along the right boards, passes to the left point. Lacombe fires on a glove save made by Spencer Knight. He'll hold on to it there. We'll get a face-off inside the Hawks zone to Knight's right. The Ducks have gotten the better of the face-off so far in this game. 15 for 27, so they're at, 56%. That could factor into the outcome of this game, I would think.
It certainly could. Yeah, it's all about puck possession. It's the most basic one-on-one in hockey, the face-off. And you win it in the offensive zone, chances are you're going to get a pretty good look.
A draw to the right of Knight, and the Hawks get control. Kaiser leaving the puck in the corner to Renzel. He'll hand it ahead. Here's Ryan Donato breaking through center, poking the puck off the right side boards in front of the benches and down behind the Anaheim net. Gudis wraps it around and then got it back. Lost it to Kaiser, left point. He fires, and that deflected off of a stick in front. Not sure if that was Donato or Lacombe. Lacombe now to the puck, and he'll skate it out of the Anaheim zone to center ice. Lacombe dumping the puck to the right wing corner Hawk zone. Sam Renzel to get it. Leaving the puck in the corner. Wyatt Kaiser there. Nice pass ahead, Colton Dock. A little wave pass ahead to Green. To Renzel over the dock line, right circle, leaving it for Donato. Got away a shot, but it's deflected away to the inboards.
That play all started with a nice pass, and you pointed it out, John. Wyatt Kaiser makes quick decisions under pressure, but it was a perfect pass to Colton Dock. an easy outlet, and all of a sudden they're breaking the puck out with speed.
Ducks get a line change as Jacob Trouba skating the puck out of the Duck zone on the right wing side. Shot it high down the glass, and this ends up tipping up into the protected netting.
Spencer Knight. Sorry, John. Spencer Knight has stopped 24 of 24 shots. I remember when the Blackhawks picked up Spencer Knight last year, and the first guy I called was Joel Quenneville, because Joel had him for a couple of years in Florida, and he said, "You're getting a good one." He is a solid netminder. He just, couldn't get the minutes behind Sergei Bobrovsky, but he was pretty confident that once he became a starter and got the majority of the minutes, that he would be a star in this league.
And Spencer did win a Stanley Cup with the Florida Panthers, their first one, but wasn't around for the second one, but that's the Hawks' good fortune. Here's Vlasic, left point, Duck zone, firing a shot. It looked like it hit Bedard in front. Chris Kreider to the loose puck, far circle, Duck zone, passing on the right wing. Killorn at center ice, goes rink wide to Gauthier with a hawk line down the left wing from the corner, fires. That hit Knight up high in the shoulder. Leo Carlson then turns the puck over at the Hawk blue line. Bertuzzi head to Bedard, kicks the puck from his skates up to his stick over the Duck line along the right sideboards. Hands it down to Andre Burakovsky, but Drew Hellison took the puck away for the Ducks. To Frank Vetrano over the Hawk line to Troy Terry. And from the top of the right circle, tried to fire it across the rink. It ends up deflecting in behind the Hawk net. Ilya Mikheyev navigating through some traffic with the puck. Put it behind the net near corner to Grzelcyk. Little hand ahead now to Mikheyev. Through center ice and over the Duck line on the left wing. He'll sweep it down to himself behind the net, but his countryman Pavel Minchikov took the puck away for the Ducks. Head to Vetrano, shot it to the Hawk line. Artyom Levshinov stopping it in front of the benches now. And the Ducks end up getting the puck back. Ellison, center ice on the right wing. Sticks the puck down the glass behind the Hawk net. Far corner it goes. Levshinov took it there, passing behind the net to Grzelcyk, then to Nazar through center ice. Had a stick lifted from behind by Moore, and the Ducks are back the other way. Colangelo into the Hawk zone to Moore, firing from the right point. Butterfly save made by Spencer Knight. Landon Slager to the puck. Breaks through center with it. 1 against 3, 1 against all 5 Ducks into the Duck zone. He'll fire a shot that deflected wide, then tries to pin the puck along the left side corner boards. As he works it free back to the corner, Zellweger. He is hit there by Colton Dach, but moves the puck away up the near side. Colangelo then turned it over. Colton Dach strokes the puck behind the Duck net around to the right wing boards. Connor Murphy there. Tough angle shot. Stick saved by Dostal. Puck lays beside the net. Zellweger will pull it out. Move it ahead to center ice. Jacob Trouba spins it down behind the Hawk net, off the stick of Knight, into the far corner to Donato. To Murphy back in the net. Now to Kaiser, to the line now to Reichel, to Donato, breaks in over the Duck line, down the right wing, got by Lacombe, carries behind the net, tried to center, puck deflects to the corner, now in front, here's Green with a shot, and that hit McTavish in the foot, he goes down. Renzel at the right point, to Ryan Green right point, now to Teravainen along the right boards, to Vlasic, top of the left circle, to the bottom of the left circle, Renzel shot it in front, and a stick save made by Dostal, he nearly fumbled the rebound back into his net.
That whole sequence off a great rush up the ice by the Blackhawks. Just a picture-perfect breakout. Pinpoint passing, and they literally moved the puck 200 feet down the ice in about 6 seconds.
Vlasic gave it ahead to center ice. Teravainen to Burakovsky, breaking into the Duck zone. Down the left wing to the corner. Then behind the net to Bedard right circle. Leaving it there, Burakovsky circling out to the line. Gave it to Grzelcyk. He'll fire from the left point. And that's gloved out of the air by Dostal. He had company in Tyler Bertuzzi, who was backing into the goal crease and ended up falling flat on his back.
I like the thought process here from the Blackhawks. I think any shot in the third period is a good shot, especially for the 0-0 game. You get bodies in front. You never know what's going to happen. Earlier, Connor Murphy from kind of a tough angle took a shot. That last one, you get a couple of red jerseys in front. Not only do you have your players possibly deflecting the puck, but you've also got the opposition maybe screening your goalie. Maybe it goes in off of one of those guys.
Sure.
So create some havoc, but just make sure you're getting pucks towards the net.
Draw one by the Hawks. Here's Bedard, top of the left circle with a toe drag and a shot in and out of the glove of Dostal. Bedard got it back in the left circle. Lost it to Killorn, then stripped it back away and poked the puck down to the corner. Trouba kept it away. Hands it ahead now. Head to center ice, but it's picked off by Artyom Levshinov. Kaiser center ice on the left wing. Sticks the puck down the glass. This rides behind the Duck net into the right wing corner. Bertuzzi and Zellweger battle there. Bertuzzi got it to Burakovsky along the right boards. The Kaiser high slot. He fires, and that deflects up into the protected netting and out of play. A whistle stopping play. 14:46 now left in the third. Game is still scoreless.
You look at these two teams and the offensive powerhouses that potentially they are. And this Anaheim team, a couple games ago, they beat the San Jose Sharks 7-6 in Anaheim.
Yeah.
And, of course, the Blackhawks put an 8 spot up on the St. Louis Blues just a couple of games ago. But this one is a real defensive battle. Obviously, goaltending clinic at both ends, but teams playing it pretty tight to the vest.
That game against against the Sharks, Steve, was Anaheim's first win on the season, and Peter Mrazek, former Blackhawk goaltender, was in goal for Anaheim in that game. Here's Grzelcyk between the circles, Hawkin. That's a pass up the left wing, Mikheyev at center ice. We'll put it back into the Hawk zone, Grzelcyk. Over to Levshunov. Sticks a pass up the right wing to center ice, picked off by the Ducks. They're back into the Hawk zone. Terry in the slot area. Stick lifted, puck taken away, and then Vetrano shot it off the glass and up into the protective netting. And so a whistle will stop play. Face-off will now stay inside the Hawk zone in the circle to Knight's right. It's going to be the Four Seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric face-off for all the right reasons. Call 866-4Seasons. You get your furnace check for the winter, Steve?
You know what? I'm renting right now, so I do not have to do that, which is kind of nice.
Okay.
Call up the landlord and have them do the dirty work.
Yeah, there you go. Call the landlord, remind him, hey, I know this guy. I got a guy. Call Dave Usual at Four Seasons. He'll get his crew right out there and take care of you, folks. Face off to the right of Spencer Knight. Ducks get it. Kreider in the corner. Lost the handle on the puck and ends up in front of the net. Donato clears to center ice. Gudis tried to slap it back into the Hawk zone. Crevier took it away, and then Gudis tried to submarine him in front of the penalty boxes as the puck is shot back down by Killorn for icing against the Ducks. But Gudis, I respect what he is and what he does. I mean, he throws a lot of really tough hits, but boy, he's in the past, he's thrown some where they've been called into question.
Yeah, some people say that he crosses the line at times. You hate playing against a guy like that, but you love having him on your team. And, I haven't noticed him as much tonight. What amazes me, he's a big body. He's a big boy. He can still keep up with the game.
Hits you like a linebacker. Here's Bedard with a puck left point Anaheim zone. Put it down the boards. Bertuzzi's got it behind the Anaheim net. Sticks it out to the right point. Renzel there, backing up through the high slot. He'll rifle it in on goal, and butterfly save by Dostal. Burakovsky took it back left point, over to Renzel right point. Down to Bedard, firing for the right half boards. This breaks Bertuzzi's stick and ends up in on goal. Dostal turned it away.
Good keep there by Vlasic.
Vlasic at the line, sent it over to the right wing corner, then in behind the Duck net. Jackson Lacombe there, lost the puck. Good poke check there by Bedard. And Burakovsky had it. He lost the handle. Here come the Ducks the other way. And at center ice, Colton Dach jumping up over his head, gloves the puck, drops it to a stick, drops it off to Renzel. To Vlasic, Duck line to Renzel over the line. In front, Donato had trouble handling the puck. The Ducks get it, and they're back up ice again. And Cutter Gauthier rocked with a body check from Sam Renzel right in front of the penalty boxes.
Now, that was an old-time hip check, and it was perfectly placed, perfectly timed by Sam Renzel.
Picking up here a little bit. Gauthier back on his feet, has the puck over the center ice circle. Drops it off now to Trouba, Duck line. And over to Zellweger. He'll stick it off the left side glass deep into the Hawk zone. Murphy takes a handoff behind the net, leaving the puck for Kaiser. He's hit as he sent it around. Trouba intercepts along the right boards. Put it back in behind the net. From the left side board, Zellweger fires. That's blocked by Murphy. Kaiser to the loose puck now near corner Hawk zone. Ducks trying to complete their change. Kaiser shot the puck up the left wing for Donato. At center ice, he deflects it down in behind the Duck net. Dostal out to play it to the near corner. Trouba passing up the right wing at center ice. Frank Vetrano flips it back into the Duck zone. Trouba to Zellweger, then ahead to center ice off the stick of Granlund and down. Hawks get possession. Reichel shot it ahead to center ice for Mikheyev. Tried to redirect the puck over to a teammate, could not. Colangelo the other way for the Ducks into the Hawk zone down the right wing. Put the puck around behind the net. Leshunov steers it around to Bedard. Handed ahead for Mikheyev at center ice, but this is taken back by the Ducks. Hellison into the Hawk zone to Colangelo. Firing from the right point, turned out by Knight. Now Granlund along the left side board. Sent the puck behind the Hawk net. Ends up in the near corner to Grizzly. Head to Bedard. Then to Mikheyev at center. Crossing the Duck line. Put it over to Bedard near the left point. It's the trailer Crevier high slot. Over to Bertuzzi. And he 1-times-1 from the right circle. Pad save made by Dostal.
I think I'd like to see the shot come from the middle there. Crevier had it. Possibly put it on net. Passed it off to the side.
Carlson into the Hawk zone. Drop past Kreider. Long shot from the high slot. Hit the side of the post. Ian Moore in the far corner. Turned the puck over to Ilya Mikheyev, and he'll lift it out to center ice. Radko Gudas now in front of the Duck bench. Drops it back into the Anaheim zone. Ian Moore with a pass up the right side. Center ice picked off by Vlasic. Taken back by Killorn. To Gauthier into the Hawk zone. To McTavish, top of the right circle. Guns it on goal. Butterfly save made by Knight. And Vlasic pulls it out of the pile. He'll lift the puck through center ice to the Duck blue line. Hawks try and complete a line change. Gudas with a lead pass. McTavish over the Hawk line down the right wing. He tried to pull back and fire a wrister. Timely poke check there by Vlasic forces the puck free, and the Hawks come out of their end. Teravainen to Nazar, Duck line left wing. He's buried with a check from Gudas, but got back to his feet with the puck. David Donato, Duck zone to Nazar. Fires it over. Kaiser fires. They score! Kaiser got the first shot away from the right circle. The puck hit the post, and the rebound laid next to the net. There was Frank Nazar to clean it up for his second goal on the season. And the Hawks take a 1-0 lead about halfway through the third.
What a great individual effort by Frank Nazar, who looked like he'd lost the puck at the offensive blue line. He got run over by Gudas, but he stayed with it. And he actually stick-handled the puck on his knees, got involved in the play, and then just dished it off with the one-timer. It goes off the crossbar. He's Johnny on the spot. And boy, he literally had to reach back a good 3-4 feet to make contact with that. It was Kaiser with the shot off the crossbar, and that was perfectly timed. That puck, just as it was hitting the ice, Nazar swept it into the open cage. That's a big-time goal, and they get the 1-0 lead.
Steve, I got a question for you. Do you have the time? Time to break out the Bandito.
You certainly do, but you know what? I don't have it right in front of me.
Right there.
Yeah. With that goal, it's time to break out the Bandito. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila. Thanks, Sean.
Well done. Here's Connor Murphy with a drive from the right point. This deflects in on Dostal, but he turns it away, and then Trouba clears the rebound to center ice. Donato back into the Duck zone, down the left wing, fights off a check, carries behind the net, put it out to Ryan Green, right circle, to Murphy, right point, to Kaiser, moving into the left circle. Centers the puck, picked off by the Ducks, then turned over. Murphy to Kaiser, top of the left circle, drops it left point, Donato. Over to Murphy, top of the right circle. Put it into the right wing corner to Colton Dock. He'll skate the puck back toward the right point, then flip it down to Green, back of the net, then for Donato. Donato now battling in the corner, wins the draw, or wins the puck, moves it to the line. Murphy will fire it off the end boards, off the stick of Teravainen. Teravainen got the puck back and sticks it behind the Duck net for Green, but it's over his stick. Taken back by Trouba, put it back in behind his net. Mikheyev there to Teravainen. Works it out to the left point to Grizzly. He'll try and stick it down to the corner, picked off by Trouba, who will then clear to center ice. Ducks trying to get a change. Now Grizzly takes a handoff over the Duck line, down the left wing. He's hit as he dumps the puck down to the corner. And Mikheyev on top of Lacombe there of the Ducks. Puck worked free by Kreider. Turns it over to Teravainen, to Grizzly at the line. Put it over now to Levshunov at the right point. Swats it down behind the net. Mikheyev there. Around to Teravainen. Quick pass left point. Grizzly fires. Pad save made by Dostal. Teravainen from the left wing board. Sweeps the puck behind the Duck net to Nazar. He sent it back around to the near side. Troy Terry took it away for the Ducks. He can't clear. Mikheyev trying to stab it out of Terry's skates. And does, but Terry claims the loose puck. Put it across the rink. And Lacombe chased in behind the Duck net there by Bertuzzi. And then eventually out to center ice. Lacombe nearly turned the puck over the center ice circle, but kept on going into the Hawk zone. Put a pass into the high slot, picked off by Connor Bedard. Back through center. Took it in over the Duck line on the left wing. Tried to float it in front of the net. Taken away by Hellison. He'll pass ahead now to McTavish at center ice. Bertuzzi caught him in a back-checking mode and took the puck away, and the Hawks will get it back.
Yeah, Blackhawks doing a great job of backtracking. putting pressure on the puck. And Connor Bedard, just a nice little pickoff right in the neutral ice zone.
Bedard into the Duck zone, top of the right circle, a toe drag and a shot that goes wide. Hellison the other way for Anaheim. Leads a 4-on-2 rush for the Ducks. Look out. Into the Hawks zone, Hellison fed it over. Gauthier fires and a glove save made by Spencer Knight, and he'll hold on. 7:27 left in the third. It's the Hawks 1 and the Ducks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste.
Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free.
No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market.
Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first.
Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit jeffbuysyourhouse.com and score your easy offer today.
For mouth-watering Italian dining in Chicago's downtown theater district, it's always Pettorino's. Join them for Summer Sips in the Loop, 2 to 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. to close Monday through Friday on their amazing corner patio at Dearborn and Randolph. Plus, enjoy live jazz every Monday night, al fresco style, as Pettorino's opens their doors so you can listen outside. You can even bring your pooch to the patio for Pettorino's one-of-a-kind puppy menu. For delicious Italian cuisine and more, this summer, it's always Pettorino's.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago.
We're back here at the United Center along with Steve Conroy and Charlie Ronelli-Otis. I'm John Weideman. Happy to have you along here on this fine Sunday. It's been a pretty good sports day for Chicago area fans. Charlie talked about the Bears' victory. The Bears. Couldn't resist that. 4 in a row. Now the Hawks are trying to take the measure of this Anaheim team. Right now they lead 1-0 with 7:27 left in the third. And I just like the way that the Hawks are attacking, Steve. They're not, they respect their opponents, but not so much that they're deferential.
Yeah, that's a real good point. They're still playing on their toes, which is great to see. It's not, backing off and we got the 1-0 lead. They're still pushing the pace.
Inside the Hawk zone, Ian Moore drops the puck back to the right point. And Beckett Seneca moves it left circle. Minchikov moves in, fires, and a big save by Knight with the right pad. Puck rebounds over to the right circle and then knocked out of the air by a Ducks high stick. So a whistle stopping play. And they'll keep the face-off in the Hawk zone. Excuse me, this was a Hawks high stick, my mistake. Face-off circle to Spencer Knight's left.
And a nice save by Spencer Knight. Maybe got some help, too, from Wyatt Kaiser, who's had a quietly effective game. Now, he did get the assist on the Nazar goal, the go-ahead goal, the 1-0 goal.
Right.
But defensively, he's been rock solid, as has Matt Grzelcyk, another guy. These aren't big guys, but positionally outstanding. They make the right decision all the time. And Wyatt Kaiser has done a real effective job tonight.
Certainly has. Primary assist, as you said, on the Nazar goal. Donato picking up the second assist on that goal. That goal, by the way, at 9:43 of period number 3. Here's Cutter Gauthier, the Ducks, facing off with Frank Nazar of the Hawks. As I mentioned, circle to Knight's left. Ducks get it. Lacombe from the left circle, drives a shot in front. That hit the stick of Gauthier and deflects up into the protective netting. And so whistle stops play. They'll face it off in the circle to Knight's right this time.
Well, Spencer Knight just always looks the same. You don't know if his team is up 5-0 or they're behind 5-0. He's just calm, cool, and collected. And make a lot of those difficult saves look very easy. There's an economy of movement in his game that I really like, John. His very quiet feet.
Doesn't seem to lose his crease very often either.
No, exactly.
I can't remember the last time he did. 7 minutes exactly left on the clock. They're going to face it off once again. I believe they'll reset the clock. 2 seconds elapsed off of that time clock. Yep, they put it back to 7. Gauthier will face off now with Frank Nazar once again. And the drop of the puck. Ducks get possession at the left point. Lacombe moving into the high slot. Breaks his stick with a volley. It's picked off by Nazar. Skates back through center over the duck line. Nazar to the left wing side. Lost the bouncing puck. Recollected by Ilya Mikheyev. He takes it down in behind the duck net where he's promptly hit by Hellison. Nazar got to the puck. Put it to the slot. Crevier fires. Shoulder save made by Dostal. Louis Crevier nearly fell as he got that shot away, but he got full force on it.
Yeah, he was leaning into it. It came off his stick with a little bit of velocity.
There's Beckett Seneca leaving the puck almost carelessly between the circles and the duck end. The Ducks in the line change. Now played out by Carlson to center ice to Granlund. Sent it into the Hawk zone to the high slot. That's picked off by Sam Renzel, and the Hawk defenseman will flip it down to the duck line. Once again, the Ducks attack. Carlson to Granlund, right point, Hawk zone, sent it across. And the shot came in for the top of the left circle by Zellweger. Goes wide of the Hawk net. Puck along the near boards. Bertuzzi fell over Granlund. Moore at the right point. Moves to the high slot. Zellweger fires. And Spencer Knight down with a butterfly save as the boys mix it up beside the crease. Alex Vlasic in an entanglement with Alex Killorn. The linesmen are there on the scene. 5:51 left in the third. The Hawks won. The Ducks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Tom Stilling, and you're listening to Blackhawks hockey on WGN Radio.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. If you have a plumbing emergency, call Four Seasons. An electrical emergency, call Four Seasons. A heating or cooling emergency, call Four Seasons. Same-day hot water tank installation needed, call Four Seasons. Need a whole home generator? Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. And no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's going to love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Driving, it's just better in a Porsche. Find yours at the Porsche Exchange in Highland Park. Browse and test drive our extensive selection, like the 2025 Porsche Cayenne. And right now, lease the 2025 Macan for only $949 a month for 39 months. Discover performance like no other at the Porsche Exchange in Highland Park or PorscheExchange.com. 7,469 Route 7. Excludes tax, title, license, and dock fee. No security deposit required. Expires 10/31/25.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Back to the United Center. Steve Conroy along with Charlie Leotis, along with yours truly, John Weideman here for Blackhawks hockey. Hawks in the lead 1-0 with 5:51 left in period number 3. Face-off circle to the right. Spencer Knight. Nazar facing off with Mikhail Granlund, who wins this face-off. This Zellweger left point. Moves it right point to Moore. Hammers one off the end boards. Misses the net. And Nazar is jostled, but moves the puck away to Renzel. He can't clear. Held in by the Ducks, and then they give it back to the Hawks as Vlasic clears to center ice. Nazar's got the puck. We get a whistle. I believe it's going to be a hand pass called.
And Nazar getting involved.
Yeah.
Physically, and it's great to see him out there. Like, he's in it every situation. You know, head coach Jeff Blashill has him on the power play, obviously. He's out there killing penalties. He was out there taking a very important face-off deep in their own zone. So, you know, even though he's a rookie, kind of a rookie, a youngster in the NHL, Jeff Blashill really, really leaning on him an awful lot.
Give them the responsibility. Give them those chances. Mm-hmm. They make the most of them. You keep giving them to them, right? I mean, I don't know. I've never been a head coach at the NHL level, so I wouldn't know. But I just like how Jeff Blashill is managing this group so far. Very much so.
Yeah, he's giving them all confidence. They're all playing with. Even a guy like Artie Levshunov, who was a healthy scratch, that can sometimes devastate a guy. He came back and he played really, really well.
Inside the Duck zone, Bertuzzi claims a loose puck at the right point. Turns and sends it diagonally into the near corner in the Duck end. Ellison will play it out to Lacombe at center ice. Then to Gauthier on the left wing side, front of the benches. Winds it down behind the net. Knight, a dangerous clearing attempt, deflects away to the far boards. Lacombe there for the Ducks. Won it behind the Hawk net. Bedard had the puck for a moment, lost it. Taken back by the Ducks. Lacombe moves it to the right point. Ellison. Long wrist shot misses the Hawk net. Lacombe gathers in the puck, top of the left circle. Leaving it there for Seneca. Seneca, a long, hard shot right in on goal. Stick save made by Knight.
That was through traffic. That's a really good stuff by Spencer Knight.
Bertuzzi charging through center ice will dump the puck in on goal. Dostal turned it wide with the stick. Teams are in line changes. Here's Gauthier now at the Duck blue line. Takes a hit and sticks the puck into the Hawk zone. Levshunov tried to clear it out. That hit Killorn. Levshunov now got the puck back behind the net. Moves it around to the right side of Doc. He can't clear. But a deflected shot picked off by the Hawks. Now Levshunov, I think he's fighting his confidence right now, but he takes it behind the net, put it up the near side boards. Ryan Green is able to clear the puck off the boards and down, and this ends up tumbling into the penalty boxes. Out of play it goes. 4:04 left in the third. It's the Hawks 1 and the Ducks no score. Can the Hawks close the deal and take down the Ducks in the first meeting between these two teams this season? Find out after this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
The Blackhawks defend their home ice, but who defends yours? Since 1936, Culligan has been the trusted water expert, providing cleaner, safer, better tasting water to Chicagoans like you. As the official water provider of the Blackhawks, certified Culligan filtration gives you the best water wherever you are, at home, at work, or roaring during the national anthem in the United Center. Enjoy water you trust from a partner you trust. Culligan, water you love.
Across Chicago, too many hockey fans struggle to afford the basic necessities. That's why the Salvation Army is assisting those in need all season long. Salvation Army locations across the region are reporting unprecedented demand in communities they've served for decades. Economic hardship and limited access to public assistance have driven more people to their doors in search of emergency support. At the Salvation Army, it's their goal to make sure our neighbors are cared for every day. Go to salarmychicago.org and make a difference tonight.
Who needs an alarm when you have Bob Surratt? Weekday mornings at 6 on 720. Now back to the game.
Tonight's Coaches Challenges are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
Haven't had any yet in tonight's game. We did in that Vancouver game. That play that Tyler Bertuzzi poked the puck into the Vancouver net, and a lot of repartee, let's just say, about that particular play. Didn't go the Blackhawks' way. Canucks ended up winning that game in shootout. I say those things all even out as the year goes on, so I'm kind of a believer in that.
Yeah, I'm not going to make too much of a fuss about it. You don't want to blame a loss on any one thing.
Mm-hmm. Now Nazar takes a pass into his skates from Vlasic and then grabs the puck and with a backhanded flip, sticks it to center ice to the Duck blue line. Ilya Mikheyev lifting the puck to the left wing corner from there at the Duck line. And the Ducks get the puck back. Here's Lacombe moving it at center ice on the right wing. Carlson over the Hawk line. Backhanded pass to the slot picked off by the Hawks. Then Granlund took it back. He fires from the right circle. Stick save made by Knight. Checked by Renzel in the near corner on Granlund. Granlund extricates the puck, put it in the high slot. Lacombe there. He tried to send it over to the left point, picked off by Andrei Burakovsky of the Hawks. He breaks back through center and then had the puck knocked off his stick by Moore of the Ducks. Lacombe will gather it in and leave it behind the Duck net and pick it back up. And Jackson Lacombe, just under 3 minutes to play in regulation. Sent the puck ahead. This deflects down behind the Hawk net. Look out. Knight came out of the net to spin it around up the far side. And it was quickly picked off and slung in on goal by McTavish. That's turned away by Knight. Now at the duck line, Bedard reaching around Zellweger to try and get to a puck. He ends up checking Zellweger hard along the near boards. And the puck kept in at the line momentarily by Bertuzzi, but the Ducks get it back. Hawks go for a quick line change. Drew Hellison to center ice to the Hawk blue line on the right wing. Sticks the puck down behind the net to the far corner. Mikheyev pokes it to Murphy back in the net. To Kaiser along the near boards. He clears it through the air to center ice. Vetrano over the center ice circle with the puck. Moving it across on the right wing to Sam Colangelo, Hawk blue line. This minute behind the net. Connor Murphy winds it around up the right wing side. And Mikheyev deflects the puck to the Duck blue line. More there to Vetrano crossing the Hawk blue line. Firing a shot that hit Kaiser in the shin pads. Here's Nazar with the puck along the left side board. Lost it. Vetrano will turn and fire. Butterfly save made by Spencer Knight. Uh-oh. And then Kaiser got to the puck on the near side, trying to clear it high off the glass. He sends it over the glass and out of play. And this is going to put the Ducks on the power play with 1:47 left in the third.
Here's the call. Delay a game.
Number 44, Chicago's got a minor for delay a game.
And, that puck, I think, just went on edge right at the last second, John. And as it does, you go to clear it, it almost sticks to your stick, and the follow-through just carries it up. I mean, that's a bad break. And, it was a couple of shifts ago I was talking about the strong game that Wyatt Kaiser had.
Is using their 30-second timeout.
And right now, Joel Quenneville calling the 30-second timeout. He wants to get his goalie out, so there'll be 6 guys out there, 6 skaters against the 4 defenders. So this is going to be tough, a tough situation for the Blackhawks, but done a great job killing penalties this year. You'd expect to see Mikheyev out there and Teravainen, Vlasic, and Murphy, and I think that's the foursome you'll probably see.
To me, pretty simplistic instructions for the Blackhawk players. You get the puck, just drive it out hard as you can.
Yeah, and the good news is you don't get called for icing because you're shorthanded. So, yeah, try and put the final nail in the coffin and put it right into that 4x6 foot cage.
Draw stays in the Hawk zone. This will be in the circle to Knight's right. And Kyle Granlund, who's been very good on draws. Let me get to his numbers here quickly. Granlund 6 for 8 so far. Drop of the puck. And the Ducks get it. Here's Lacombe, top of the right circle. Put it beside the net. And a wraparound try by McTavish. Stop. Here's a shot down ice by Mikheyev. It just missed the open net. Nazar hustling in to pin Lacombe to the inboards. Works the puck free. Sent it up the slot. This is picked up by the Ducks. Terry. He falls down but moves ahead to center ice. McTavish. Carlson over the line. Now to Terry, right circle to Carlson, right corner. Put it back up the boards. Granlund at the right point. Down to Carlson in the right wing corner. Back to Granlund now, top of the right circle. To Carlson beside the right circle against the boards. Here's Carlson now. Feeding it over to Lacombe. Now to the far corner. Troy Terry there. Approaching 1 minute left in regulation. Terry put it behind the net near corner. McTavish. Out to Carlson, right point. Down to McTavish to the high slot. Lacombe. He fires. Hit the post. Hawks catch a break. 52 seconds left in regulation. Here's Carlson at the line. Moving it over, right circle. McTavish is there. He'll back up with the puck to the boards. Flip it into the high slot. Carlson to Lacombe, top of the left circle. Put it beside the net. Shot across to McTavish. He shoots and scores from the right wing circle in the Hawk zone. He snaps that one over the left shoulder of Spencer Knight. It's a power play goal, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. The goal at 19:25 of period number 3.
Well, just a perfectly placed shot by McTavish. The play was out front, and it didn't go to the intended receiver. It went right through the box all the way over to McTavish, and he goes down on one knee and just rips that high right over the shoulder of Spencer Knight. Tough situation, 6-on-4. The 4 penalty killers, they'd already gotten a change out there, but they were tired. Really good puck movement by the Ducks, and the finish by McTavish. 35.8 seconds to go. Why Kaiser has to feel terrible.
Yep.
But he still have some hockey to play.
And for Mason McTavish, that's his first on the year, first on the power play as well, obviously. 1-1 with 35 seconds left in regulation. They'll pick up the assist momentarily. Actually, it's going to be Kreider and Troy Terry on the assists. So we're 35 seconds away from overtime, much like we had in the last game here. That against the Vancouver Canucks. Draw one by the Ducks. Trouba from his blue line. Spun it ahead into the Hawk zone off a deflection to the corner. Crevier to Kaiser. Clears it up the left wing now. Bertuzzi. He'll chip it off the glass down to the Duck blue line. Bedard's got it there. Sent it in over the line. Burakovsky drops it right circle. Crevier. He fires. And Dostal down with a butterfly save. Will hold the puck. And a whistle stops play. 14 seconds on the clock. Faceoff stays in the Anaheim zone. I think maybe Jeff Blashill might use his timeout right here, Steve.
He might. That was a real good shot from Crevier. I mean, from an angle, but he got into that slap shot, and real important for Dostal. No rebound coming off his body there.
So Granlund and Nazar again. A drop of the puck. Hawks get it. Renzel high slot fires. Blocked in front. Rebound. Nazar fires. And Dostal turned it away. 8 seconds left. And Nazar hitting the near corner. Centers the puck. Picked off by McTavish. He'll clear down to the Hawk blue line. And once again, the Hawks will get at least 1 point out of this hockey game, as will the Ducks. The teams will try and settle it in overtime. After regulation, we are tied at 1. And the Ducks outshot the Hawks for the first 60 minutes, 36-25.
Well, what an opportunity late in that game from Frank Nazar, who had the only Hawks goal in the game, almost gets the winner with about 5 seconds to go. It stays out.
I tell you, Spencer Knight was working on his third shutout against the Anaheim Ducks. He's got 5 shutouts in his career, Steve. Half of them, if the Blackhawks were able to hold the Ducks at bay, Spencer Knight, half of his shutouts in the NHL would be against the Ducks.
John, it's funny how sometimes you just have a team's number, whether it's a goaltender or whether it's a player. You know, I can remember playing against certain teams, and I certainly wasn't a goal scorer, but I always had a lot of luck against the Minnesota North Stars and the Edmonton Oilers, and it just seemed like whenever you played those teams, you just thought, you know what, I can do it again. So he obviously has that belief, and like you said, just about 36 seconds shy of his third shutout. With it 3 shutout? It would have been 3 shutouts against
3 against Anaheim, yeah. And 6 overall in his career.
Well, I'll tell you what, another strong performance from him. Certainly couldn't fault him on the goal. You know, an unfortunate mistake by Wyatt Kaiser late really cost them. But still, game's not over. You got an overtime. You don't mind overtimes against teams from the other conference. It's just teams in your own conference.
Right.
You don't like giving them that, well, we call it the loser point, that extra point. And whoever loses this hockey game will end up with 1 point.
Well, the Hawks now have 7 on the year. Let's see if they can pick up their 8th. We'll be down in Tampa on Thursday night. We hope all of you will join us here, as the Blackhawks will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning for the first encounter of 2.
John, if I can, tonight's overtime is sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
It's going to be Nazar, Donato, and Vlasic on the ice for the Hawks. It's going to be Granlund along with Lacombe and I believe Carlson for the Ducks. Donato will face off with Granlund and wins this face-off. Back into the Hawk zone. Vlasic back to pick up the puck and carry behind the net. He'll pass up the left wing. Nazar center ice. Lost the puck for a moment. Got it back. Got it in over the Duck line. Bedard now top of the left circle. Leaving it there for Vlasic. He'll take the puck and carry in behind the Duck net and up the near side. Over to Bedard, left circle. Jams it in front. This deflects away to the right wing corner. Nazar got it there to Connor Bedard. Back of the Duck net. Bedard carrying around to the left wing circle, then out near the left point, then through the high slot. Here's Bedard to the right circle. Shoots! And Dostal with the stick save. Granlund's got the rebound, and he'll skate it back the other way. 2-on-1. In over the Hawk line, right circle. Floats it in front for Carlson. The doubling back was Vlasic to lift his stick, and the Hawks are back the other way now. Bedard on the 2-on-1 break with Burakovsky. Put it across to Burakovsky in the left circle Duck zone. He had a stick slap, and the puck ends up back at center ice.
That was a good stick defensively by Zellweger. He deflected that Bedard pass, and it wasn't clean across the ice.
Here's Renzel after dropping the puck back on his goaltender, Spencer Knight. Knight gave it back to Renzel. To Bedard, through center, over the Duck line, left circle. Little spinorama, leaves it for Burakovsky, left circle. He turns away to the boards, and then he'll retreat out to center ice with the puck, being chased by Alex Killorn. Burakovsky made a pass up the left wing side. Nobody there. Zellweger back into the Hawk zone. Right circle. Shoots. Chest save. Rebound. Zellweger put it on goal, and Knight got the right pad down to deny him. A huge save for Spencer Knight. He went down in the butterfly position and nearly did the splits, but he got his pad on that shot and held on.
Oh, what a stop. What a stop by Spencer Knight. An unforced error from Burakovsky, who just threw it up the ice. Guys changing, and it was right on the stick of an Anaheim Ducks player. Zellweger with a great shot, a high riser. He gets his rebound, and the second stop even better by Spencer Knight.
Draw to Knight's right. And Nazar wins the draw, got to the puck himself. He'll skate it to center ice. Then he decides to loop back into the Hawk zone a few feet. Drops it off there for Kaiser. He'll leave it now for Ilya Mikheyev. He's into the Duck zone. Gave it to Nazar. Left circle closing in. Now cuts in front. They had a poke checked away by Lacombe. Look out. Hawks may get caught. Ducks the other way. Gauthier then turns the puck over at center ice. Nazar busting back into the Duck zone. Hands it off to Mikheyev, who fires from the right circle. Chest save made by Dostal. The other way come the Ducks. 2-on-1. Gauthier over the Hawk line. Left circle. Shoots. That's high and wide of the net. And the puck rides around the boards and back down ice into the Duck end. The teams will change up their trios.
Mikheyev almost ended this hockey game. He had to choke up on his stick because the pass not quite in the wheelhouse. Earlier, it was a great defensive play by Wyatt Kaiser to get it going the other way.
2:35 left in overtime. Here's Leo Carlson to the puck. He'll carry out of the Duck zone through center with a burst of speed and a poke check by Bedard. Headman pass Donato into the Duck zone. Right circle. Shoots. Pad save made by Dostal. Lacombe behind the net. Stripped to the puck by Donato. Trying to give it over to Bedard. It rolls off his stick. The Ducks are back the other way. 2-on-1. Carlson over the Hawk line. Right circle. Send it over to the left wing corner. McTavish just bumped off the puck. Renzel's got it. 3-on-1 break in overtime. Donato over the line. Put it over to Bedard. Shoots. Dostal makes the save with a chest. Rebound. They score! Ryan Donato took a feed from behind the Duck net from Bedard and snapped it past Dostal. The Hawks win in overtime, 2-1.
Well, this Blackhawks win is sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. And what a finish from the Blackhawks. A 3-on-1 basically at the end of this overtime period. Some tired Anaheim Ducks on the ice. Great feed from Donato to Bedard, and Bedard, what you love about that is he stayed with it. He was denied on the first shot, but he stayed with it behind the net, won the puck, gets it out to Donato, who's wide open. An earlier great save by Dostal, but he's out of the crease, and Donato puts it in. Huge victory for the Hawks. And an exciting game at the UC.
Sure was. It's been a great day for Chicago sports fans. First the Bears, now the Hawks. As Ryan Donato put the game-winning marker